Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's a brand new day to run and play. Pick those feet up and run. Break a leg and seize the day. Pick those feet up and run. Run, run, run. You can break a leg and seize the day. Pick those feet up and from the park to the star of the show, we're pleased as the numbers grow. We like it, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. In the zone, don't stop it, no. Lonely are the roads, but you're the star of the show. I'm thinking I can't let you go. It's a brand new day to run and play. Pick those feet up and run. Break a leg and seize the day. Pick those feet up and run. Run, run, run. It's a brand new day to run and play. Pick those feet up and run. Break a leg and seize the day. Pick those feet up and run. Thank you. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. We're all in this together. Hey you. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. We're all in this together. Hey you. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. We're all in this together. Hey you. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Set your world in a rotation, spin it up and spin around. And we're only watching heaven. We're the one-to-one equation, X and Y, we're up and down. We're walls all way to heaven. Take my hand, hold the night, and shut the day. Wake up, light the light, 'cause we only want one. Set the world in a rotation, spin it up, spin it around. Pirouette outer space, placing our feet on the sun. Make it easy to be on the top of the world. You're crazy. We'll walk our way to heaven. Take my hand, baby, hold the night, and shut the day. Wake up, light the light, 'cause we only want one. Hold the night, and make it feel as roar. Light the light, 'cause we
I am finally here. Very late. I can barely hear. Journey says hi. How the hell you know that? Was talking to him.
hold the night, and shut the day. Wake up, light the light.
I do not know what I am going to do today, but it will probably not be anything for very long. Because, like I said, can barely hear. Of course, it had to be a day when I was alone, huh? Don't ask how I was. Why not? I also finally got to editing another video. It is the Outlast one. It is 250 gigabytes. So I actually spent longer waiting for it to load in than I did actually getting to edit it. I think I edited it for like an hour. Got 1 minute of footage. Or edited down, should I say. You should have figured out yourself. Yeah. You know what's crazy about that video that I'm doing too for Outlast is I've spent over an hour on 1 minute of footage. That means if it's a 20 or 30 minute video, that's 20 to 30 hours of editing. And it'll probably flop. Trump signs executive order to crack down on flag burning. Well, too bad. I'll do it anyways. I fucking own it, buddy. This is actually an old video, but I don't give a shit. I shouldn't be taught. Don't let the flag touch the ground. Can I bury instead? That ought to be good enough, right? Very wet the flag. Fucking schlep video again. Roblox contacted me. It's crazy how this guy's entire fucking brand is built by being the guy trying to sue Roblox. Like, once this drama ends, his entire career goes with it. Play Superpunk? I'm good. Oh, look at that, an AI video. Pitbull versus Kangle. Who's the real beast? Interesting. Pretty sure Kangles are, like, much bigger, so probably them. Because a Pitbull you could just kick and it would probably fucking die, so, you know. Mr. Boop, how are you doing? Oh my god. North Korean tank commander reacts to N1 Abrams tanks for the first time. It's a YouTube video. Someone's talking about they just say a general comment, and then someone says, "Makes sense and to use the N word and hard R in the first 20 seconds." Bro, he's fucking Korean. No way. This, people are really still this stupid, bro. Let me hear this. Let me hear this, bro.
Thermal imaging, computerized fire control systems, and reactive armor.
행진간 사격이라고 하거든요. 미군하고 북한이 와고 하거든요. 행진간 사격이라고 하거든요. 미군하고 북한이 완전히 다르네. 미군은 중심에다 놓고 활촉을 딱 놓고 발사하네요. 중심에다 놓고 활촉을 딱 놓고 발사하네요. 속도가 빠르다는 소리예요. 근데 북한은 그러지 않고 앞지름량 계산합니다. 그래서 내가 조준해.
Damn. I wish I had like better than 20% hearing right
완전히
now.
다르네. 미군은 중심에다 놓고 활촉을 딱 놓고 발사하네요. 속도가 빠르다는 소리예요. 근데 북한은 그러지 않고 앞지름량 행진간 사격이라고 하거든요. 미군하고 북한이 완전히 다르네. 미군은 중심에다 놓고 활촉을 딱 놓고 발사하네요. 속도가 빠르다는 소리예요. 근데 북한은 그러지 않고 앞지름량 계산합니다. 그래서 내가 조준했을 때 저기 날 때린다는 소리잖아요. 그러니까 놀랍네. 백전백패죠. 북한이 못 견딘다고 봐요. 아야 전소멸이라고 봐요.
Yeah, bro is
권효진입니다.
barely heard, but some people think it. I don't know. He quite literally said, "You are and myself, or me/myself." It is ni and nay. Where's the N-word? Didn't hear anything. If you were to translate, or I guess translate English into Korean, if you translate you and my or myself or anything like that, you are, etc., it will be. I don't know anything about Korean or anything of Asian speaking, but that doesn't sound like it. It's the same with Chinese too, just slightly. I believe it's a slightly different word. But yeah, these people are actually just fucking delusional, bro. Like, it's a completely different language, and nobody gives a shit if that's what you think they're saying. Like, genuinely, not a single fucking person gives a shit. They're not going to completely rewrite their language because something they say sounds racist in another language. Like, what the fuck? Like the one Chinese song that Speed freaks out when he hears it. Honestly, Speed is so fucking stupid for doing that. That'll probably be a hot take to most people, but like, he is intentionally turning a just random ass word in their language racist for no reason. And then intentionally freaking out about it. And then intentionally playing the song. And then intentionally just literally saying the N-word as loud as he can every time they say a word in their language. The same thing on Fortnite for a Miku emote. Yeah. Great memes. Been watching those funny Japanese VTubers just sing the when Franklin used to get his haircut. Yikes. Yeah, I believe I want to say only Korean and Chinese have words that just actually straight up sound like the N-word, but they quite literally are not. It is N-E-G-A and N-E-A-G-A, I believe, if you were to write it into English pronunciation. But yeah, I've seen people mostly on Twitter be like, "Oh, they need to stop saying that." Like, okay, there's probably things in English that sound racist in other language, so are we just gonna completely rewrite English to like? Especially the worst part is it's not like some arbitrary word that they could just stop using. It is literally like one of the most used words. It is you and my or myself. Like it is tense to someone. You can't just rewrite that. Like, goddamn. There's a lot of English words, probably racist. Yeah. May not seem like racist word, but is racist Mexicans, Hispanics. Yeah. Although, realistically, when he says use the N-word with the hard R in the first 20 seconds, shouldn't he be a general in the U.S. Army? I agree with the second half. The U.S. government seems to be pretty fucking racist, and he is correct with that, except the first half is completely wrong. He is not saying the hard R. He is just speaking Korean. Like, what the fuck? As Tyson I can understand. And I love how I'm getting War Thunder recommendations now. War Thunder's most broken light tank from fucking Spookston. What's more crazy is the fact that there's 600,000 subscribers to this guy. Not because he's a furry, but because there's actually 600,000 people who watch videos on this game actively. Like, what the fuck? Any people for War Thunder, but a lot of fanboys play it. Good thing about it, imagine being a furry. Honestly, my favorite thing about YouTube is seeing how as creators grow, they either end up putting in less effort or just completely change their video style. And there's me. I spent literally 1 hour of editing to get 1 minute of video raw, or actually not raw, edited footage. I'll be there for 20 fucking hours editing that shit, bro. LOL. Opie, should I should I show the first part of the video I have so far? Do it. Are you gonna be a React Andy? I mean, I do React content once in a while just because why the hell not? I also do actually have 2 React videos uploaded because I needed something and they were easy. But it's fine. I didn't steal content directly from someone. I stole content from the people that steal content from others. So I reacted to a meme channel itself. So really, I just stole from someone who steals. It's less bad. That is definitely how that works. Is this the one I want? This is the one I want. Oh my god, there's gonna be 2 of me, though. That's gonna be so weird. I have an idea. Ready for this? Watch this. I'm gonna go right here, and we're just gonna stay perfectly still right here. Shit. Right here. You'll never know. Nah, I got a better idea. We go right here, we do this, we unlock, and then we, you don't see anything down there. There's no cutoff. You didn't see that. I just be a smaller version of myself, you know? I just be down here. This is what took me an hour so far, because I had to manually track everything. It was so bad. Please put your YouTube link on your Twitch page. It is the same name. Too poor to get more of your model? I'm joking. I mean, quite literally, yeah, because, like, why the hell would I pay for it, right? Like, you never see it. Like, how many times are you going to be showing under your waist down on stream? It feels so weird being this small. Just, I'm a mini version of myself. You know, the required badge but don't edit.
Let me start this bitch up. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the chat is so cooked.
Is it good?
I don't know, is it?
Are you trying to do that on purpose?
Dude, turn down your mic volume.
He sounds like a... He sounds like a live transmission.
No, you need to turn
Sounds
down
like-
more.
It's the last thing Amelia Earhart.
Is it better?
I mean, it's better than it was.
It's better than it was.
Oh.
Are you using
Are you using the right microphone?
I don't know, do I sound good?
dude?
Dude, I have to hear what this sounds like, there's no way.
That's it. That's what took me a fucking hour, bruh. There is actually just that much that goes into it. That took an hour. Just wanted to stop by, give a bit of my support. My ADHD brain can't handle stream. Too boring. Definitely know what you mean, yeah. Has all of the filler and none of the good stuff. But I will happily watch your YouTube. Way more. Yeah, I also I also heard this sound, so I found a very similar version of it. It is just fucking one, and I'm using that now too. Dude, say I love you indirect. Don't deserve my love. Like, I actually want to play something right now, but I literally can't. I kid you not, I can barely hear probably like 20% out of my right ear right now. And then my left ear, like, not at all. Like, whatsoever. That one's GG's. It checked out. Cyan, how are you doing? Doing great. Trying to think of something I could do that doesn't really require much hearing. I literally cannot do any BR games for obvious reasons. Actually, I guess technically Battlefield, like, the sound doesn't matter anyways because it all just kind of mushes together and you can't tell where anything comes from regardless. But I don't really want to do that right now. I might actually just be forced to do a React day. Hi, how are you doing? First, I'm going to see if there is actually anything interesting. Why the British stopped wearing red in war. That's a 12-minute video. That skit could probably be 30 seconds and it would be just as funny, but they needed the watch time, I guess. Me, for real, I need 4,000 more hours. You should go watch every single video, which is there's only 4 of them. Watch them all one time over. That'll definitely do a lot, you know? That's like 2 hours of watch time. Begging streamer gets caught faking everything. You know what's crazy? Is motherfuckers be out here faking shit to beg for money then get caught. I have a reason. I could legitimately beg for money, but I don't. That should tell you something. You should never give money to someone who begs for money because they're probably just lying. Like, I have literal reasons to beg for money and I don't. So why the fuck would you give money to this guy? Yeah, gonna do some good old React content for a little bit. See if maybe somehow possibly I get a tiny bit of hearing back. What the fuck is that? I don't feel sorry for you if you someday never return. What the fuck is that? I don't even know if I want to know. Did indeed run out of options, huh? That'll probably be good enough. 20 minutes?
The wacky wild world of TikTok live streaming is a fascinating beast. It is a demon. One of the biggest types of streams on TikTok, at least as I understand it, is begging streams, where people just go live and just beg for money. Like, please donate a galaxy right now. If you don't donate a galaxy right now, I'm gonna put my corgi in a headlock until it passes out to save my corgi's life with galaxies. Not quite to that level. I'm exaggerating, but it's just basically things of people saying, "I need this money. Please give me
Some
this money.
knowledge better left untouched."
And
Yeah.
then, of course, the old-fashioned NPC streams that were the trend for a while.
Beg for other
like,
stuff than money.
Popcorn,
Yeah.
so yummy. Roses, that kind of thing. It is still very popular. It is still very degenerate. And today, Matt sent me a clip of a TikTok begging streamer who was spinning this tall tale of fibs about his living situation at home being so bad, and he's crying on stream, asking all of his followers to just give him some money so he can get out from his mom's clutches. And then his mom comes in, and it paints a very different picture about what's actually going on.
If it is so insanely bad, I have an option for you. Ready? It's kind of crazy. Move in with someone else. I mean, let's be real. In like modern climate, you're almost never gonna be able to afford your own house. Just moving with someone else, bruh. Even if you get enough money to move out right now, like, well, what are you gonna do in a month?
Here.
Just trying to make money in general. To be able to go, Mackenzie, hate you. No, get out. Now.
I just got a phone call. I just got a phone call from somebody said you was in your room, you was on TikTok, and you said you had to get out by tomorrow.
Go. Out. Go. Go.
Okay. What I don't get here is if you're scamming people, why wouldn't you tell her? Why wouldn't you be like, hey, if you get any phone calls, just ignore them? I'm telling people I have to be like, I'm telling people I'm moving because someone might have found my address with you, so I'm pretending I'm leaving for your safety. Like, you could make up any amount of lies to tell her, and she'd probably believe it, but you just didn't. You are so bad at lying that you can't even lie to set up the lie. Just telling her to get out and go, treating her like a dog. Yeah, literally.
Get out by tomorrow.
Go. Out. Go. Go.
Just, wow, he's lying. See,
Out.
you don't talk to your grandma like that. Yeah, actually.
Out.
Said you was in
Out. Out.
Said he was in here crying. I mean, he is. Yeah, he crying like a little bitch because she's faking it.
Go.
I have not told you.
I just told you to go.
Damn, bro. I wish I could hear properly.
Go.
I have not told you.
I just told you to go.
I have not told you. I'm guessing like to leave.
I told you.
Go.
Jeepers! Uh-oh, zoinks!
Yikes.
Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert! It looks like we got a huge fucking liar on our hands here. Who could have seen this coming? It seems as though this is all phony baloney horseradish here. It's looking like it's all fake. It's all make-believe here, like Santa Claus. It seems like these tears might be performative. It doesn't seem
What's
as though
crazy is he's basically doing to his grandma, or not his grandma, I believe it's actually supposed to. I'd imagine it's probably his mom. I don't think it's actually his grandma. Because he was literally just saying mom. Because I was thinking the age difference, like probably his mom. Yeah. He does to his mom what he was saying his mom does to him, which is crazy.
Jeepers! Uh-oh, zoinks! Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert! In this coming. It seems as though this is all phony baloney horseradish here. It's looking like it's all fake. It's all make-believe here, like Santa Claus. It seems like these tears might be performative. It doesn't seem as though he's actually in a dire situation with a wretched bitch
My
of a
nose
mother
isn't
who's
actually...
one day away from kicking his
My
ass
nose
out
isn't actually
onto the
that
street
stuffed
in the
for
rain
once. I
and
can't
cold
fake
unless
cry.
all the people on TikTok start giving him some doubloons. Seems like it all could have just been fake here to scam people on TikTok, if you can believe it. I know, a crazy notion, a wild accusation, but I think there's a lot of evidence to support the claim. I also gotta say, his acting here is lackluster. This is pitiful. It's very clear he is an amateur. He did not attend the prestigious Academy of Charles White School for Method Acting, because if he was trained under my techniques, such as what I displayed in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, he'd be having snot all over the place and there'd be poop in his pants.
He's never going to live that down,
bro. Convincing crying/begging you'd ever seen in your life. Man, this is just not that. This is very rookie crying tears. This is something you'd see in like a first-year thespian troupe. In the fucking
it's actually kind of sad to see that.
Acting. My heart breaks for his mother here. She comes in after...
When they were doing like the open casting call for the like fill-in part for the new one, the demo Charlie did was just like it was so jokingly done that he was never gonna get picked. Like, I'd imagine he did it as a joke, but what's the point in wasting all that money and time if there was never even gonna be a chance to actually get in? Like, you bought out an entire fucking, like, it was like he went to an actual soundstage and paid to be there and use it, which are not cheap. They are like up hundreds to thousands of dollars per day, depending on where you are. So, like, why waste all that money if you're not even going to give yourself a chance?
Learning that her son is now crying on TikTok, begging for money, using her as the villain, and how, like, she's so evil, this and that, and now he's crying, inconsolable. Well, not inconsolable, you can console him with money. In fact, that's the only way to heal his broken heart.
But...
And she learns this information.
It's just
she
crazy
comes
to me,
into his
wasting
room,
all that
not
money.
aggressively or anything. She comes in very confused, wondering why. She's talking about how he never said that. Like, she wasn't threatening to kick him out or anything.
In my video if it is relevant
she
to
looks
me,
devastated to see her son doing this and saying these things about her. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't even seem like infuriated or mad. She just seems really saddened by it, like very upset that this is what her son is doing and what her son is saying about her. And it's clear he knows that his goose just got cooked, because he immediately, the tears dry up instantly. It's a miracle. He immediately snaps to it and starts to panic, telling her to get out, being very callous, being very rude to her, telling her get out and even pushing her out, like shoving her out the door so he can continue to go back to his begging stream here. And you can see in the chat, people are immediately alerted that this is fake. But since it's TikTok, there are some people whose brains are so poisoned, they are so far gone that I don't even think they're sentient anymore. They're hardly lucid. So there are people that are donating money to him even while he is pushing his mother out, even after he has been fully caught with his pants down here in this lie, in this performative fake cry begging stream for money. There are still
TikTok
people
live stream. What do you
showering him with
expect?
money. That is pathetic. I think those people are more pathetic than he is, actually. That is crazy to me. How someone would see this and still give him money. Like, I don't understand. What must be wrong in your life? What must have disconnected? Like, how many neurons must you have wasted away with fucking whippets or something to somehow watch this live under your nose in front of your own peepers and still be like, oh my God, I need to give this guy some money. He deserves some money. Look at his mother. His mother came into his room without even knocking. She didn't even knock. Oh my God, it's even worse than I thought. Here, quick, take a galaxy. Take 20 roses and a fucking dumbbell and some bubblegum. It's just preposterous. Now, I tried to look more into this guy to see, well, what happened next. Apparently, this is a pretty...
I fucking hate the idea of having random-ass items be your currency. Like, why can't it just be in, like, a currency conversion? Like, if someone donates in USD, why can't it just be in USD? Why do they gotta buy something and then donate in random-ass items? Like, even Twitch bits, let's be real, the Twitch bit system is still kind of stupid. Bits is literally just a way to get you to spend more money.
Old clip. I can't actually find the genesis of it. It's only just now, like, blowing up, but apparently this happened a while ago. And it was not, like, blown up or anything, so, like, that stream may have, you know, tanked, went straight into the shithole there for him. But it didn't matter because he was able to just keep doing it, apparently, because the people in his audience, maybe they missed the stream. And I guess within like a couple days, it had just fizzled out and the people that watch him didn't really give a shit anymore. I don't know if he went back to doing more begging streams. My guess would be that he probably did, because on TikTok, people, they don't even remember what they ate for breakfast. Like, within a day or two, he had already apparently been totally fine. Like, his audience, it's not like they were upset at him anymore. Like, he could just go back to doing begging streams, fake crying for money on TikTok lives. Something that I remember being pretty common on TikTok Live is people just looping the same streams over and over and over again, used forever. So even though it's not like technically live or anything, you just keep spamming that stream, hoping to collect some cash passively. He could do the same thing with the begging stream. He could even use that same stream all the way up until his mother opens that door. Like, he doesn't, it didn't matter, is what I'm trying to say. On TikTok, he can just continue to do these begging streams till the fucking cows come home. And it is a very popular branch of content on TikTok. And maybe someone finds that stream that don't know that he's making it all up and it's all fake. So then they just get scammed out of this money here. These are always particularly disgusting because you are exploiting people's willingness to be kind and help. Like, these are people that are seeing him cry, hear about a situation that is clearly made up now in hindsight. Like, it's not real, but they don't know that in the moment and they want to try and extend a hand to help him. to help someone that they believe is in need. So they're exploiting that generosity. It's just gross. It's just super gross. And I looked at his current account. I don't think it's the same account that he was doing the begging streams on. I think he probably did make a new one here. And basically the only thing he posts about now are his truck and his girlfriend. I don't know if he still does the begging streams, but looking at his recent content, it's like a lot of videos of his truck and how much he loves that truck, and also his girlfriend, and how if anyone, you know, touches his girlfriend, they'll have to deal with the demon inside of him, that kind of thing. So maybe he stopped doing begging streams, I couldn't tell you. But this shit is just so unbelievably cringe. Anyway, just wanted to yap about it a little bit. I feel really sorry for his mother. I really
friend that's
do.
a girl? Yeah.
She looked very,
They have
very sad
the
to see
structuring
what
wrong.
he was saying, to learn about what was going on there. Anyway, though, that's really about it. See ya. I was an extra.
What the hell is this, and how did I miss this one? Okay, the
This
three
is one
videos.
of the more infuriating stories I've seen in recent times. The injustice here is just unfathomable. Meet Jesse Butler. He is a rapist. Jesse is an 18-year-old that was facing 78 years in prison for heinous crimes, including 10 allegations, including rape, battery by strangulation, rape by instrumentation, and domestic assault involving 2 women. He pled no contest to these charges. The evidence is overwhelming. It is irrefutable that he is guilty of these crimes he was charged. There's photo evidence. There is even a video Jesse himself took of him strangling one of his victims till they passed out. There is more proof that Jesse Butler is guilty of all of this rape.
78 years, he's white, though. He'll get like 2 years.
The sky is blue. This is not a matter of him.
The sky is not blue,
weaseling his
actually.
way out of
The
these
sky is not
charges
blue.
because
That's a
they
lie.
were able to muddy the
There is
water
no
or
proof.
something. He literally pled no contest.
It
to
is-
them.
it
So
is
you would
reflection.
think this would be a slam dunk case to lock a monster away. I think every sane person in this country would hear this story, learn about Jesse Butler, and agree this is just pure evil, and there is no reason at all he should be anywhere but behind bars. But we have to remember, not everyone is sane. And some of these people that have a fucking screw loose are also in positions of power, and in this case, a judge. A judge named Susan C. Worthington in Payne County, Oklahoma, who is just a fucking troglodyte homunculus, it seems, that decided that Jesse Butler shouldn't be going to jail for these crimes. No. Susan C. Worthington rolled up her sleeves and ultimately decided that the punishment that fits the crime in this case is a teensy tiny bit of community service with a 1-2 punch of rehab.
Notice. There's a reason. It's called the U.S.
A teensy tiny bit of community service with a 1-2 punch of rehab. That is the justice that Susan
reason
C.
can't find the
Worthington
passages
brought
because
to
they
the
get
victims of
unpublished.
this rapist. This guy will not see a prison cell.
Otherwise, they'd like all
He
get
is still
copyrighted.
going to be a free man, even after pleading no contest to these heinous, vile crimes. He is a rapist. And this judge, Susan C. Worthington, has said, that's okay. Well, it's nothing we can't fix here with a little bit of tender love and care and a bit of elbow grease with some community and service. Now, to be clear here, and keep in mind, I'm still a little, new to understanding how a lot of this shit works with my fucking Neanderthal brain here. But as I understand it, this wasn't Susan C. Worthington's proposal or anything. This was a plea deal that was reached and was put in front of Susan. She granted it, but she had the ability to reject it. A judge can reject a plea, and especially in a case like this, that would have been the right thing to do. This is a monster that under no circumstances should be afforded this kind of deal. This is someone that should not be able to weasel their way back into society. They are a danger, a menace to everyone around them. So while Susan may not have been the one to theory craft this whole community service and rehab idea, she did agree with it ultimately, that this is the right course of action. So by granting this, to me, that is her putting her stamp of approval on it, that this, in her eyes, is justice. It is fucking unhinged. I think Susan C. Worthington needs to be investigated ASAP. This is protecting a rapist. And there is a body cam of when Jesse Butler was taken into custody, and his mother is very supportive of Jesse, talking about how they're going to get him out and all of that. And
Mother is supportive of Jesse. This is when vigilante justice ends up being common in the U.S. If you haven't noticed, usually when shit like this happens is when, you know, United Healthcare CEO. Yeah, I'm sure everyone remembers that. It is only when there's absolutely absurd rulings like this that harsher measures are brought into play because the justice system failed.
it turns out Jesse's family is very well connected in Oklahoma. They have a lot of powerful friends, it seems, over there in Oklahoma.
Of both victims who came forward against Jesse, there is a third victim who, if she hasn't come forward, but can you blame her when you look at this as the justice that they get? Speculation is that Jesse Mac Butler's father is a man by the name of Mac Butler, and he was the head of football operations at OSU. So somebody with deep-rooted ties into the community, and that then leads you to the judge in this case, or one of the judges in this case, Judge Susan Worthington. Between her and her father, the Worthingtons have had a hold on that bench for over 50 years. So while you can't necessarily say definitively that, hey, there's this connection here because he's deep-rooted in football.
He goes on to say that
you can't necessarily say that, but you can at the same time. The fact that there is a shadow of a doubt is technically enough for another judge to come forward and say, no, we need to redo this. In which case could very much happen. There is always the case that they could force a retrial on that with it due to a judge possibly being corrupt. Normally you can't get tried twice for the same crime, but there are exceptions, like say if the judge happens to know the person they basically pardoned, let walk free, because that would count as corruption, and therefore that wouldn't count as a fair trial.
it's not difficult mental gymnastics for people to maybe connect these dots or follow these breadcrumbs, that there might be some kind of connection there, considering that this town needs that football program. Like, OSU is a staple of it. Thus, Mac Butler, Jesse Butler's father, is a staple in the community, deep-rooted ties here, and there could be some kind of connection there with him and the Worthingtons. Again, it is something that a lot of people have speculated and taken notice of, to the point where there is now even an authority that is considering investigating this potential connection. And it is very weird how Jesse Butler has these indefensible crimes,
FBI or IA.
yet is not getting any real punishment for it. Is it possible it's because of who his family is? They were very confident
It's pretty likely, yeah,
that he was going to get away with this. They even...
A white kid with parents in positions of power getting away with a crazy crime? Yeah, it's pretty likely. I'd say it's pretty damn likely that there's some serious corruption going on. And I am saying this as a white person, by the way. Like, it is absolutely absurd what white, especially kids, get away with. Like, what the hell?
Said in the body cam we're about to see, his mother said, you know, we're going to win this. It seems like they were really sure that these unforgivable crimes were going to be forgiven.
The same way
here,
Trump was really sure he was going to win the election.
In Oklahoma.
The same way Elon Musk was really sure he was going to win.
Without even a slap on the wrist. This isn't even a slap on the wrist. This is a slap on the ass. This is basically Susan C. Worthington and the entire legal system over there in Payne County, Oklahoma, giving him the old keister clapper saying, hey, good work out there. Don't worry, we got you covered. We got your back over here in Payne County. It's fucking sickening. It is actually unbelievable. I'm going to show you the body cam real quick because I think it's important you get to see who he's surrounded by. Because even though his mother is aware of these crimes, it seems like she's more concerned about her child's future. Like,
again, concerned about his future. You might want to be concerned about the future within the next coming months. Because again, when the justice system fails this miserably, not even just in the U.S., but majority in the U.S., because the U.S. usually has the worst justice system, that's when vigilante justice comes into play, which is a much more growing common occurrence throughout the world globally in recent years. And, I mean, usually when vigilante justice happens, it's not the victims or someone close to the victims. It's someone who, say, may have watched a YouTube video with 2 million views, and then decided, hey, I'm gonna go drive all the way over there, and I'm gonna get this guy. And then they never get caught because about, what is it, like 80% of homicides go unsolved? Half, 50% in recent years, up to 90% historically. I had the wrong number, but it was close. 50% recently, 90% historically. Basically all of those, like almost every single one that goes unsolved, is because the assailant has absolutely no connection to the victim. Meaning it is just some random ass person who did it. They could be from states away. In fact, there was a really famous serial killer. I forget. I mean, you might recognize him. He was an older guy, had a beard, I believe it was like a kind of reddish dog. Made a lot of videos about his dog. It's like vlog type videos he kept. He killed like 4 people before they caught him. In fact, the guy literally talked directly to a cop on the trail and convinced the cop that it wasn't him. Like, he was able to play it off that well. And the reason he got away with it for so fucking long was because he went to different states to do it. So he was basically, like, nobody could ever get a connection until they realized, oh my god, all of these people that we keep running into are all the same person. And that's just kind of, yeah. So, you could probably find a video on it even. Yo, how are you doing? How would I search this up? I could probably just say serial killer talks to cop. Maybe it might come up, something like that. I'd probably know. Oh my god, I think it's this guy literally right here. I think this is him. Fucking 4 months ago even. Oh, there's a lot of... Wait, are there multiple... Oh, no, this is the same guy. I was like, are there multiple videos 4 months ago? What the hell happened 4 months ago? I think this is him.
If there's deer
Yeah,
hunters,
this is literally him. There's the dog.
look, I'm taking a picture. What, Andy? Come for immortality, right here. If there's deer hunters,
Yeah, he literally straight up talks to the cop, bro. And he was able to kill multiple people over the course of, like, I want to say it was like a decade or two, because he was doing it in different states throughout national forests. So, yeah. Suspect description, 60 years old, white male, 5'10", 160 pounds. How descriptive is that? I don't know if you know, but in the U.S., there's probably like 20 million people that fit that exact description. Maybe not perfectly, because, you know, that it's give or take, you know, it's a suspect description. 60 years old, maybe 5 to 10 years, give or take. 5'10", go from probably 5'5" to 6 foot. 160 pounds, probably go from 140 to 170. There is a shit ton of people that fit that description. You are never finding that guy. Like, unless he stays in the area, you are never finding him. It's not happening. And the only reason he got caught was because multiple people kept seeing him in different areas. There was also, as you probably just saw here, there was also this one really big instance where they, he made a big oopsie, is he was wearing a mask and used a stolen credit card. So they were able to trace his next location, and then it, you know, started putting pieces together. But yeah, this guy got away for a very long time. What's his full name? Oh, Gary Hilton. Four known homicides between 2007 and 2000. That's that too. 4 known homicides. And he was caught in 2000. I swear it was longer than that. I must be thinking of someone else. I mean, shit. 3 years, 4 known homicides is still a pretty good run, right? Like, Yeah, that's why, going back to this, that's why I say, like, most of the time, when the justice system fails this badly and vigilante justice ends up happening, they will never catch them. Because it's one instance, not four.
The actual victim here is Jesse Butler, not the two women that he raped and all of those horrible things he did. It's actually Jesse Butler that, you know, is getting the short end of the stick here and is getting traumatized.
Yeah, so we're here. We're obviously going to place you under arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest. We're going to take you to the jail. I told your mom that she can contact a bondsman, and you shouldn't be there very long, but there just is a process for paperwork and stuff. But right now, you do have to come with us.
He shouldn't be there very long. Why? Wait. Why can you call a bondsman on a crime this crazy, bro? 3 times. Not once, not twice. 3 times. And violent by nature. It wasn't just 3 times. It was 3 times plus strangulation and shit. Plus they have video evidence. 3 times violent by nature. Why is Bond even a thing? What do you call a murder that was done by a gay serial killer? Homicide. That's crazy. Okay. The gentlest arrest ever? Yeah, actually. Like, we're just gonna take you in and process you. Your mom can call a bond. You'll only be there for a few hours, even though it was 3 really heinous crimes. I guarantee you darken his skin just the tiniest bit. Put a tiny itty bitty bit of Middle Eastern in there, and he's in there for life. Well, he gets community service and counseling instead.
Yeah, so turn around for me.
Oh man, Jesse's calling the wambulance there. You can see him start to tear up. Oh man, it almost breaks your heart looking at him get all sad
taking a kid to a
that.
doctor.
And his mom, she's starting to feel it, saying, "Oh, do you have to put him in handcuffs?" Fucking obviously, yes, lady. Of course they have to put him in handcuffs. This guy is a violent rapist to such an extreme degree. I wouldn't have been surprised if he tried clawing at the fucking cage in the back of the police car to get his hands on one of the officers next to strangle them and rape them. This guy is an animal, an absolute. Such an extreme degree, I wouldn't have been surprised if he tried clawing at the fucking cage in the back of the police car to get his hands on one of the officers next to strangle them and rape them. This guy is an animal, an absolute fiend. He is a fucking monster. Of course they need to put him in handcuffs.
You know we're doing this. It's okay. Yeah. I'll get you out. Right?
I believe that's double locking it.
Stay silent. Rick knows about this. Candy's on this. Dad's on his way.
Honestly, I'm surprised they actually did that. I figured they would trust this guy enough to not have even locked them.
Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers.
Like, bro got community service.
What she said while Jesse was walking to the police car there, actually...
What did she say?
Walking while Jesse...
Such an awful experience for a child. I'm not even going to say anything. That just... It writes itself, really. It really does. Wow. In case you are new to this video here, because I started like 20 minutes ago, I'm just going to move myself out of the way a little bit, and you can read the title of this video. Such a terrible experience for a child. Getting arrested on 3 counts. With violence. Extreme violence, for that matter. Straight up strangulation. But getting arrested is such a terrible experience for a child, you know? He's a child, I'm a tot. Yeah, this guy's literally 18, I believe they said. Like, what the fuck?
What she said while Jesse was walking to the police car there actually made my stomach turn. She said, "What an awful experience for a child. Lady, your son raped 2 women.
No, 3. Not 2. 2 confirmed because they came up. 3, but the 3rd one they said didn't want to make a statement because of, obviously, you know, you see how this turned out, right? Like, obviously.
He nearly killed one of them with the strangulation, by the way. And you're saying that him going
no, he's 18.
to
I believe
jail
they said
here,
18.
like in handcuffs,
We're at 8 minutes.
Meet Jesse Butler. He is a rapist. Jesse is an 18-year-old.
Yeah, 18. I want to say it's freshly 18, but 18.
Is the awful experience for the child. What about the victims? What do you think about that? Do you think that wasn't an awful experience? Like this is worse? Like Jesse's the one we should actually feel bad for here? I understand it must be extremely difficult to wrestle with this reality that your child is a monster. I can't even imagine what that's like. That would be soul crushing. But to wipe your ass with reality and just blindly support them to the point where you will do anything to ensure they don't actually get punished for the very real crimes they committed that you yourself are aware of. Again, this isn't a matter of like his parents believe he's innocent or something. Everybody knows he's guilty. He has pled no contest.
He pled no contest and he recorded it so they have physical fucking proof. What's his excuse? Oh, that's AI. It's from Sora. Like, nice try, buddy. No watermark. What the fuck were the police thinking here? It's not the police, it's the judge. The judge, it was part of a plea deal, which the judge refused to reject, and he got community service and counseling for almost killing someone and raping 3 people. Absolutely absurd. Where's the judge here? I mean, again, I'm sure you can see the reason.
A monster. I can't even imagine what that's like. That would be soul crushing. But to wipe your ass with reality and just blindly support them to the point where you will do anything.
There's also current speculation that his parents, well, actually not even speculation, it's basically proven that his parents have pretty strong ties to the community and to the judge, and it is currently being investigated by law enforcement how the fuck he got such a light sentence. Which I'm gonna assume they're probably going to find corruption, and then they're going to retry him, and he's most definitely gonna get charged. But yeah, bro. Yeah, this one is crazy, bro. Oh my god. Community service. Basically killed someone. Got community service. Imagine, since we were just watching Scream not too long ago, imagine if that's how that played out, right? You know, 96, Scream 1. Instead of dropping a TV on Stu's head, he lived and they gave him community service. Because he's too sensitive, you know?
To ensure they don't actually get punished for the very real crimes they committed that you yourself are aware of.
Bro, we definitely wouldn't hit
that.
This
Like his parents believe he's innocent
in
or
number
something.
7.
Everybody knows he's guilty. He has.
I think I did that pretty good, right? That was
the evidence.
That was pretty good. I feel like that was pretty good. That was a great impression of Matthew Lillard.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that was a pretty damn good impression, wasn't it? Oh my god, I'm him.
Is irrefutable. So they know he is a rapist, and yet they have fought tooth and nail to ensure he doesn't go to jail for it. In my eyes, that makes them very bad people as well. They are knowingly ensuring a rapist is back in society.
That's why he could have done anything this horrible. I mean, yeah,
punishment,
actually.
I can't even use that word. That word does not apply here. That stretches the definition. This is not even a punishment. What they gave him is chores to do now. That's it. Where he does like a bit of community service, and then he does like a rehab program, and they tried to make it seem like this was like a super strict sexual offender rehab program. I don't want to get into like the weeds of how they ended up at this ruling. I recommend you watch the Law and Crime video. They do a good job breaking it down. But basically, to my understanding, is they legally de-aged him like Robert De Niro in The Irishman here. They rewound time, gave him the fucking time infinity stone, so that way he could fit into the youth sex offenders program, so he would no longer be like an adult in the...
How the fuck? How old? How young is this guy supposed to be? Is it not 16? I thought 16 is where you normally get tried as an adult for shit like this. For like any serious crimes. For petty crimes, you still get tried as a kid, but I'm pretty sure 16 is normally federally when you start getting tried as an adult for serious crimes. Like, how fucking young do they think this guy, or pretend this guy is? I tell you what, he doesn't look 14, but good try, I guess.
Eyes of the law for these crimes that he was being tried for, so that way he could be part of this rehab program. And they said, you know, if he reoffends, he could be facing 10 years in jail. We're really sticking it to him. This is super strict stuff. And I truly think, I really believe, that this is so weak, so flimsy,
What state is
that
this?
the lesson Jesse Butler learned here...
I want to say it was... Oh, God. Was it Ohio? Oklahoma. It was an O country. It was an O state. I was close.
is that he can get away with
Change
anything.
it. Well,
and
yeah.
that the only
Oklahoma
reason he got
is... I want to say 7th Circuit? Is Oklahoma... Oh, I might be wrong. It's the 10th! No, it's... Oh my god, wait. Oklahoma, right, 9th, 10th. Duh. I'm stupid, sorry. They're broken up kind of weird. It's not my fault. Yeah, it's starting from the top. It's here. You can see my mouse, and that'll probably be good. And you can't see my mouse. There you go. It's 1, 2, or shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they jump all the way over here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's really weird. I don't know why it's like that, but yeah. If anything, it'd be part of the 5th or the 8th, not the 7th. I was pretty far off here. There's a state in between because the 8th is this shape.
is because his victims survived. So I bet that if he continues to be a free man, it won't be long until he rapes again, and this time he will not leave them alive. That's what I think is going to happen down the line as a result of this ruling here. They have let a monster back into society, and they have now said to that monster, he's untouchable. So I think there's going to be a corpse on their hands at some point because of this. Jesse Butler is a rapist. Jesse Butler is an evil, evil rapist, and everyone that played a role in him getting away with his crimes needs to be held accountable for it. There needs to be an investigation into this. There needs to be real fucking justice here. This is absolutely sickening, and I just had to yap about this today. It's crazy. That's about it. See ya.
Yeah, that is absolutely absurd. Taught an octopus piano. No, you taught an octopus memorization of a specific song. You did not teach it piano itself. When it can play like 10 songs, then tell me you taught it piano. One minutes left. What the fuck? Oh, wait, they're all upcoming. Holy shit. They're all lives. What the fuck? Damn, bro. They also count as actual TV. Okay. Okay, this reminds me of something else actually. This fucking saw this one. Fucking it is a clown versus clowns. There's plural. There's multiple. This is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, and it reminded me of this. This one is absurd, bro. This one is just as bad, but it's going the other way.
To the free
On Wednesday, August 6th, 2025, nonprofit organization Washington Park Neighbors hosted a free public music event at Washington Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Local resident Robert Newhouser, who performs as a clown under the stage name Consternation, attended the event, driving a handmade vehicle and passing out balloon animals to the children at no cost. Event organizers were apparently concerned about Mr. Newhouser's presence at the event and called the police. Deputy Carlton Thomas and Deputy Maxwell Sexton of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office responded to
and look at this motherfucker's last name.
call and spoke with event organizer Eric Gutbrod. The interaction that followed was captured on Deputy Sexton's body camera.
What's up? How's it going?
I got fun, gentlemen. You want to just start out with your... You do the element first.
Yeah, so Joker up there with the not street legal vehicle over there. He was riding... right here? Right here. He was riding on the path up there. I stopped him. I'm on the board for this event. Okay. Said it, not complaining about anything else, but we can't have you riding through here. There's kids everywhere. You're moving way too fast. Got super shitty with me right off the bat. Well, I'm the clown. Everybody's waiting for us. Said, that's not the point. You can't be riding through here. And then he ripped up the grass when he did a burnout to get away from me.
Notice everything he said so far. He is speeding. He has a not street legal vehicle. So he apparently knows that it is not street legal. He is the expert on street legalness. It's not street legal. It couldn't be. It's a clown riding it. There's no way it could be street legal. He also did a burnout, destroyed the grass, and sped away.
Everybody on the board wants him out of here because when he was here,
everybody wants him gone. Everybody. There's not a single person who doesn't want him to leave.
Last year, a lot of the parents complained about him being around all the kids and having creepy vibes.
The parents think he has creepy vibes. He's around the kids. Needs to leave.
And we're pulling kids out of his line. So we're just trying to get him out of here.
Okay, you want him out?
Out, yeah. Okay. And not come back.
So he's my issue is I've dealt with him in the past. You know, he's always like freedom of speech. I'm like, first of all, like you said, this isn't a freedom of speech issue. I've never tried to infringe on that. I can't. I'm a park ranger.
Yeah, that's not the topic here.
But he's he's just using the
This is a permitted event, right? This is permits pulled and everything like that?
Well, he's going to say, I'm not charging. I have a tip box. I'm not asking. That's his angle. My issue was I'm trying to have a conversation, especially with the kids. You know, he's like just continuing to get louder and louder, you know, getting upset, obviously. Then he's taking his air pump and he's going like this, you know, like while he's talking. And it's like going over kids' heads. I'm like, hey, at the very least, can you not, you know, do that, wave it around the kids' heads?
In case a balloon pops in a kid's face. And
it's like a spike hanging out.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to nitpick.
Right.
He's not trying to nitpick, but a balloon popping next to a clown making balloons that people are in line for is such a big issue, but he's not trying to nitpick. Also, his issue is that he's trying to talk, and this guy's talking over him. That's why he needs him to leave from a public park, from a public event.
And I own a small business in the Heights here, and he rides by all the time, and even the parents that come in, they're like, we don't let our kids around him at all. We don't trust them, so we just want him out of here.
Hearsay.
How do you know this is going on? Does he come here a lot? This is his first time here this year?
Well, I seen him 2 weeks ago.
Oh, he did come here.
But
Okay.
like, I ignored him.
Right.
He's just a big asshole.
Let me ask you this: all these vendors in here, are they all permitted to be in here? Like, they're all permitted to be here, and they pay to be here. Gotcha.
He doesn't even have
And he
a
didn't pay?
legal vehicle.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not a vehicle. It's like it's got a motor, right? Because he made it. It's got no plate. It's not even street legal. I love it.
It's not a vehicle, but it's got a motor, right? It has to be a vehicle. Less than 50 cc permit equals not a vehicle.
That's not my job.
Gotcha.
Dispatch. For the vehicles I'm seeing for that rollover, if anyone take out lane 4 now, he's just sitting there just trying to lane one more time. Copy that on paper.
Notice the location here. You see all these people, the literal line. All these parents and kids hate him. He's so creepy. They want him to leave. Nobody want. Oh shit! They paused because I smacked my desk so hard. They want him to leave.
You got there. Thank you. So I've been told by the person.
You see all these people that hate him.
That you're not allowed to be here.
Why would that be?
Because you're not permitted. Why? It's a permitted event.
What? Who make? It's an open event. And by the way, call your supervisor then.
Okay.
I'll call your supervisor because every time I've dealt with this in the past, it ends up you end up calling your supervisor for verification. But I can be here as a busker. I'm not charging for anything. I am not a vendor. And when the woman, she took off. They were falsely accusing me of damaging the lawn when every one of these vehicles that weighs 8 to 10,000 pounds. This weighs 500. Golf carts. There she is. The golf carts weigh more than this, and those are golf cart tires.
Yeah.
She's saying he damaged the lawn, even though he has golf cart tires. It weighs less than a golf cart. You see all these vehicles. You see all of these vehicles. Even the cop car is on the lawn. You see all these. They even got that one right there, just on the grass.
Way more than this, and those are golf cart tires.
Yeah.
And I'm running lower PSI than they are because this thing only weighs 500 pounds.
Why has it got a license plate?
Oh, that's part of the thing. That's actually part of. It's a motorcycle. No, it's just a part I use to patch up. There's no relevance to it. The vehicle it came from was my deceased roommate's car. It's one of the things I kept.
Oh, okay. So it's like sentimental.
It's a sentimental piece.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here exactly?
I'm making balloons for the kids.
Balloons for the kids?
Yes, you can. What color?
Huh? Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's just, I'm a busker. This has actually gone to the Supreme Court, and I have every right to be here. Because why? Show me where the gate is. Show me where the ticket master is.
Yeah.
It's not a private event.
Yeah.
And so it's not reserved as a private event. This is an open air concert in the public, which means I have every right to be here as a busker. If I wanted to be a street musician playing off just over on the edge of the hill, as long as I'm not interfering with that performance, which I'm not,
right,
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
Again, I'm not interfering with anybody else's freedom of speech. They're interfering with mine.
I gotcha.
Mr. Newhouser argues that he's allowed to be at the park because it's an open event and has freedom of speech as a so-called busker or street performer. Courts have long recognized public parks as quote-unquote traditional public forums, which means they receive the highest level of First Amendment protection and have long been recognized as spaces where individuals may freely engage in expressive activity. Despite the broad protection given to expressive activity in public parks, courts have also concluded that certain restrictions on speech can be imposed in these traditional public forums. In particular, as the Supreme Court determined in the 1989 case of Ward versus Rock Against Racism, municipalities can adopt reasonable rules that regulate the time, place, or manner of speech. These principles framed the Ninth Circuit's decision in the 2009 case of Berger versus City of Seattle, which involved a balloon twisting street performer known as Magic Mike, who challenged a series of regulations governing performers at Seattle Center, a public park and entertainment venue, including the requirement that street performers obtain permits. Noting that performance art was protected expression, the court held that the permit requirement and other rules violated the First Amendment and struck them down. Accordingly, a court would likely agree with Mr. Newhouser that as a street performer, he could not be required to obtain a permit to perform at a public event in the park.
So the Supreme Court themselves, Supreme Law of the Land, has ruled that as a street performer not selling anything, he is not required to pull a permit, and attempting to make him do so is unlawful. The Supreme Court ruled that specifically, meaning no local, county, federal law can supersede that because it's the Supreme Court, obviously. So he doesn't need a permit because he's not selling anything. He also doesn't need to have a permit to be there because there's no ticket master or anything. It's not a paid-for event. It's open to the public.
Give me your name.
When you show me charges?
I got you.
I'm sorry. I'm just protecting my rights at this point, and these kids need to learn this, so I'd rather use this as a teaching moment.
Yep.
To make sure that, you understand that if you've not committed a crime, you do not have to give an officer your identification or identify yourself.
I will say this. They were mentioning that you're doing burnouts with this thing.
This thing can't do burnouts.
That's what I was told.
Hey, look at this thing with this small-ass engine. Weighs 500 pounds, saying it does burnouts. A good amount of actual fucking cars can't even do a burnout, bro.
Really? How? Would you like to drive it?
No. I wouldn't even know how to drive this thing.
You know what green
Did you make this?
Yes. This is what I used to teach kids about conservationism.
No.
It's a teaching tool.
Are you from Milwaukee?
Yeah. I live in the neighborhood.
That's interesting.
This is my neighborhood. This is my park.
Yep. This is the park you go to?
One of them. I also go down to South Shore Park, which you're very welcome.
Okay.
A red store? So what?
Let me just. He doesn't have a permit, but obviously, it's a public park, and it's open to anybody. I'm gonna end recording right now.
Deputy Sexton turns off his camera to call a supervisor, and Sergeant Robert Warzala arrives at the park approximately 20 minutes later.
Hey, Deputy, how are you doing today? Why? Why? Because you don't have a permit. I don't need a permit for this. Well, here's the deal. Unfortunately, you do.
He says, you need to leave. Why? Because you don't have a permit. I don't need a permit. Well, unfortunately, you do. Remember that Supreme Court ruling saying he does not? And the Supreme Court literally supersedes everything. If they were to sign in a law saying that you need a permit, it doesn't matter because that is considered unconstitutional on account of the Supreme Court ruled otherwise. They can't force something that the Supreme Court has otherwise ruled against. So this guy comes in and says, well, unfortunately, you do. Claiming he needs a permit when he very clearly does not, as he is not selling anything, and he is a busker, which is a street performer. Therefore, it is protected.
Since when? Supreme Court's actually ruled on this. Okay, and you might be right. Then right now, I need your information.
And you might be right, he states. So he is saying he might be right, he might not be committing a crime, and even though he has stated to him that the Supreme Court has ruled on it, and he could provide proof that this is the case, the cop completely ignores the fact. He says, oh, you might be right. That'd be like if he's saying, oh, you might have robbed that bank, so I'm going to arrest you anyways, because you might have robbed it. What would make it even worse is imagine the Supreme Court also ruled that you're allowed to rob banks. So the Supreme Court says, yeah, you can rob that bank, and then you don't rob the bank, but the cop says, oh, you might have robbed it, so I'm going to arrest you even though you're allowed to rob the bank. That's a bit of an extreme example because obviously you're not allowed to rob banks, but it's the same idea.
It's already all right there. No. I'm whoever's stopping me here, and I want the names of all those individuals over there. Be in our report. They were. I want your report, and I want all that. Is that information on here and how I get it? You have to stop immediately. Cease and desist making balloons. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, kids. Apologize. The sheriff's department is shutting down freedom of speech. Want you to be aware of that. This is what the police do. They stop everybody's phone. Okay. Say what you're sorry to hear? No, you're going to tell all these kids.
And immediately.
From what? What was the complaint? No, because now I got a complaint, another complaint here. Why don't you come with real? No, how about you bring the conversation over here where the parents are? We're going to do this one of two ways, okay? Either you're going to go to custody and we'll feel you're just down the jail. Oh, wait. Okay.
So now he threatens him. We're going to do this one of two ways. We can arrest you, or you can leave when you're not legally required to leave because we're the ones breaking the law, forcing you to leave. So he's literally just straight up threatening him now. Either you do what we say because we're in the position of power, or we arrest you for a crime you didn't commit.
They're threatening me with arrest. What is my crime? Operating off a roadway. Criminal damage to property. What criminal damage to what? What damage to property? No burnouts! You did a burnout. Who did?
This guy is so fucking... He said you did a burnout.
No burnouts! You did a burnout. Who did?
Yeah? And I say you killed 3 people. So why aren't you in prison, huh?
Show me the evidence.
We have a witness.
Come on. Hey, bring him over here.
That's not how that works.
Bring him over here. That's not how that works. Except he didn't commit a crime, therefore he's not required to follow you by any means.
Follow me!
And then, of course, he...
Come on. Hey, bring him over here. Bring him over
if I can love this guy, bro.
Hey, everybody, follow me!
Bro brings a whole crowd with him.
No, please, grab your cameras. Come along, everybody. Is he detained? Or is he free to go? Yeah. Right now, he's got to... No, is he detained or is he free to go? You know the fucking law. You know the law. Come on, man. This is your job.
You know what's bad? When a guy walking a dog with a fucking balloon animal in his hand knows more about the law than the cop.
Oh, is he detained or is he free to go? You know the fucking law. You know the law. Come on, man. This is your job. Where? I do.
There's countless people saying he didn't. That too, yeah. There is 2 people saying he did something, and there is multiple other people in that line saying he didn't.
Where's the proof? Show me. Oh, this is the guy that reported. You're lying. No.
And notice how this guy immediately looks stressed at all of the pushback he's getting. This guy looks like he's about to shit himself.
You're lying.
And now they arrest him. Well, technically they don't arrest him. It technically is kind of slightly, but they claim detainment, even though they end up holding him for something they cannot prove. So they bring him over here. The cops get too much pushback from the public, so they put him in cuffs. Didn't do anything wrong at all.
You are now being detained.
Why are you touching him?
He's being detained
For what crime?
for criminal damage to property.
Criminal damage to property. This is a fun one. This is one of the funnest laws on the planet. Because not only do you have to prove that there is criminal damage to property, but you have to prove he did it intentionally. Because accidents cannot be considered criminal damage to property. They can be considered damage to property. You could possibly get fined for it, assuming it's from a private person. Let's say you accidentally hit someone's car, for instance. Obviously, you could get fined or in trouble for that. But they can't charge you with criminal damage to property because it was an accident. So they are saying he's being detained for criminal damage to property that they cannot prove.
Yeah, this is Thomas. Thomas.
No, of course not.
The clown paint is enough for me. Imagine being a clown getting arrested by clowns, bro.
In one pocket, wallet.
So phone right here?
Yeah, that's one phone.
All right. Put this
Why
right
are you
up here.
detaining me?
Well, we just explained it.
No, actually.
Operating off a roadway at the most is a citation. At the absolute most. However, they again cannot prove he's operating off a roadway. For all they know, he could have pushed that thing onto the grass. Second, the hypocrisy is real, bro. What about all these other cars? What about you? What about the 4 cop cars just on the grass right now? Are you going to get criminal damage to property? Because that car is doing a hell of a lot more of a number on that grass.
There's no criminal damage. Show me the damage. We're going to take you over there.
He says, show me the damage. And they state, we're going to take you over there. So they're going to show him this damage because he asked to see it, which they legally have to do. Especially if it's within walking distance. They have to prove to you you did do this damage. They have to show it to prove that it actually exists. And they also have to prove intent, that you intentionally did it for, obviously.
There's no damage. Got the pictures on my phone. There's no damage. That thing Unfortunately, it tore up the grass.
Unfortunately, it tore up the grass, and he says it couldn't have.
The officers place Mr. Newhouser in handcuffs and inform him that he is being detained for operating off roadway and criminal damage to property based on the alleged burnout. Milwaukee County Ordinance 47.10 prohibits operating or driving any motor vehicle in a park except on roads, driveways, parking areas, and other areas that have been designated for vehicular travel. Now, because the ordinance defines a quote-unquote motor vehicle as any vehicle that is self-propelled, and Mr. Newhouser drove his vehicle on the grass, it is likely.
Supposedly he drove it on the grass. Again, it's 500 pounds on wheels. For all they know, he could have pushed it there. They have no proof otherwise.
That a court would conclude that he violated this ordinance, absent any evidence that the area had been officially designated for vehicular travel. Now, as for the damage to property charge, Section 943.01 of the Wisconsin statutes and Milwaukee County Ordinance 63.046 both prohibit intentionally causing damage to the physical property of another without their consent. In the 1977 case of Beer versus State, the Wisconsin Supreme Court held that to sustain a conviction for damage to property under the state statute, the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt both that the defendant caused physical damage and that the defendant intended to cause that damage. In Mr. Newhouser's case, he denied performing burnouts or even being able to do so with his vehicle. Now, while a divot in the grass might arguably qualify as quote-unquote damage to property, albeit fairly minor damage, he could potentially argue that any such damage was unintentional. Because the statute requires proof that the defendant acted with intent to cause the damage, an absence of intent intent would be a strong defense, as would a lack of evidence showing actual damage, or the argument that someone or something else caused the damage.
So there's a picture.
So there's a picture. Notice we're in the age of AI. That picture could just not exist. You know, it could just not be real. But they have to prove the damage actually exists in real life. They have to prove that he did it, and they have to prove that he had intention of damaging it. That he intentionally did it for criminal damage of property.
It's not that. Dude,
Otherwise, it's just an accident, and they can't charge him for it.
Oh, please don't play this game with me. I'm asking.
You want to check that side, Rob?
The CVT transmission.
Or do you want to switch?
Yeah.
You want to switch, Rob?
Yes.
I'll check this side.
He built it himself.
I created it. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Whatever you guys.
Bro's trying to be good cop
I'm going to
now.
double lock him so it doesn't...
Shame on both of you for doing this, but, you know, now you got a bunch of very upset parents and kids. Congratulations.
So that's going to get towed if you end up going to jail. What do you...
Don't put me in jail. I mean, what am I doing?
Let's work through this then, okay?
No, I want all your information. I want that lady. What citation?
Again, you're operating off roadway.
Every one of these
vehicles.
Every one of those vehicles up there is operating off roadway. And
you don't have a permit. See,
I don't need a permit.
They have permits. He says every one of those vehicles is operating off roadway. Talking about the ones at the event. They do have permits, and that is true. What about all of these cars? None of these cars have permits. You think every single person here individually got a permit and paid for a permit to go park on this grass for a public event? I think not.
Permit to be a busker.
You do need a permit to drive off the road.
All right, let me just safety lock.
Again, you do need a permit to drive off the road. Not only can they not prove he actually drove on the road, for all they know he could have pushed it. Two, what about all these other people that don't have permits because they're not vendors that are also not driving on the road?
For you.
You guys, I bring art and inspiration to the children. This is how you treat me. Do you?
Yeah,
I'm in cuffs right now because I don't think you do.
Well, you're very argumentative. I'm not doing it.
That's because
Thomas,
because I'm not doing anything wrong, and that's just it. Your supervisors before you guys are, nitpicking at me in order to prove a narrative.
They just wanted you to leave, and apparently you were asked to leave, you didn't want to leave.
And because I have a right to be here. Do you understand that?
If you pulled the permit, you would
I
have
don't
a right.
need a permit for freedom of speech. I don't need a permit. I'm giving balloons away. I'm not selling anything. Do you understand that?
I do.
So you do not
Everybody
need,
else here has
but
a permit.
He says, do you understand that? And then he literally says, I do. So he admits he knows he is in the wrong here. The cop literally admits he is in the wrong.
You don't. They're selling things.
There's people here that don't have permits that aren't selling things. So.
What are permits they have?
You're going to have to pull all that information because I don't know.
There are people here who have permits that aren't selling things. What permits do they have? You're going to have to pull that information because I don't know. So not only did he admit to being wrong about knowing that he does not need a permit, but then he states that he would have to pull that information to know what permits that these people have because he does not know. So apparently all of these people that are driving here that are not vendors, that do not have permits, that are parking on the grass, not driving on a roadway, do not have, or they do have permits. So he states, but he does not know what permit they apparently have. I guarantee you they have none. Like, you think this guy has a permit?
Mr. Newhouser.
Hell no. He literally states he does not know what permit they have. He has no fucking idea. But he is going to give him a citation based off the fact he does not have a permit. The fact that he does not have a permit, that this cop doesn't even know fucking exists, he doesn't even know what permit he needs. So how the fuck do you know if he needs a permit or not if you don't even know what the permit is?
Argues that he does not need a permit because he's not selling anything, and the officers disagree. According to the Milwaukee County Parks website, a vendor permit is required to operate a food and beverage, retail, recreational, or other service-oriented concession, to collect donations, or to host a raffle or silent auction on Milwaukee County Parks property. The website also states that during quote-unquote special events in the park, vendors cannot sell unless they are approved by both Milwaukee County Parks and
cannot sell unless they're approved by the county park. The event organizer cannot collect donations. Tips do not count as donations. He is a He's a busker. Tips do not count as donations. Donations count for like a donated cause, obviously. Tax write-off. Tips do not count.
And the event organizer. Vendors who make sales on Milwaukee County Parks property without a permit can be fined, and their products and equipment can be confiscated. However, the permit requirement only applies to vendors who are selling a product or a service,
He's giving
not
away
to
for free.
performers like Mr. Newhouser who are not charging money. And, as we discussed earlier in this episode, it would likely be unconstitutional for Milwaukee County to require such performers to get a permit. Therefore, a court would likely agree with Mr. Newhouser's assertion that he did not need a permit to give balloons away for free.
Which I'm sure you're going to do because it seems like you're very thorough with all the stuff that you're involved in.
Yes.
So you'll just pull the stuff that you do.
Just get me out of here so I can please get home and get to my dogs.
You got an ID with you today?
You haven't.
Is it right here?
Yeah, that would be right there, seeing that you're illegally arresting me, detaining me.
So that's the plan. Citation and release.
How many case studies have you looked at today? Just the one that Charlie reacted to and this one.
Yeah, can you just leave the door open so I can some air, please? Yeah. Thanks.
I mean, at least the cop's nice enough to leave the door open. That's the nicest thing he's done probably in his entire fucking life.
No, I shouldn't get a citation at all. And you know I'm going to fight this.
You have every right to.
Yeah, well, I've also been lied on. So I expect that county employee to be... What burnout? That never happened.
So I'll tell you this, we have a witness who saw you burn out with your motorized...
A witness who is not there currently, who cannot provide any proof, except an image that could have been taken from anywhere, that could straight up be AI for all we know, doesn't actually exist anywhere on the planet.
It is not possible, and the witness is lying. It's that woman in the gray shirt driving the golf cart.
That's not my witness.
You're lying to me now.
I'm not.
Then she got somebody else to lie.
Okay.
Because that thing does not do a burnout. It cannot. It does not have the power for that. If anything, it's a bit underpowered.
What's wrong with getting a permit?
First of all, I'm a busker. I don't need one. It's freedom of speech.
A what? Say it again.
I'm a busker. B-U-S-K-E-R.
Okay.
All right? And that's basically a street performer, and that's covered under the First Amendment. You do not need a If I started selling balloons, then I need a permit.
Yes.
Okay.
And you were not selling
balloons. No, I was not. I'm giving them away.
Right.
I didn't even get a single tip tonight.
No, I know.
I'm not even concerned about that.
And I agree with that.
I didn't even bring my... This is my neighborhood, so I don't bring my tip jar generally up to this park.
Yeah, and I agree.
Okay.
I didn't see you... I was there. I didn't see you... I witnessed you not selling any balloons.
Yes,
he didn't even bring his tip jar,
correct.
for that matter.
So I've broken the law.
So we have the criminal damage to property.
Damn, he says he doesn't witness him selling anything, so he has broken no law, and then he goes right back to the criminal damage of property.
I witnessed you not selling any balloons.
Yes, you are 100% correct. So I've broken no law.
So we have the criminal damage to property.
There's no criminal... I didn't damage any property.
So the turf... So I'll give you an example.
Can you show me the turf?
I think he's going to take you to it.
I'd like to see that as soon as possible.
So... we have to take reports here all the time when like someone comes here in the parking lot or not the parking lot but like the grass and does burnouts.
Do you seriously...
That's damage.
First of all, do you seriously... Number one, that thing cannot do a burnout. Once again, for the last time, it doesn't do that. This is why they're lying on me. It is incapable of that.
I got you. And you have every right.
And
you're going to fight it. And
I plan on fighting this, and I plan on filing a lawsuit against discrimination.
And that's
all right.
That's
I mean, this is my freedom of speech we're talking about here. I have done nothing but make children happy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need your body cam and everybody else's body cam, and then I'm going to find out who's lying on me.
Yeah.
Because there's no evidence. Okay. What they're pointing out is probably something I put past, but not nothing I did.
Right.
All right. And the thing is, if that thing finds a pothole, it gets stuck in it. It can't pull itself out of a pothole.
Oh, you're
and there's divots in this lawn. I got to be careful about being on the lawn. So if I hit a divot, or like rabbits will dig small shallows when they're in the spring for the babies. You hit one of those, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
It does not have the power to pull out of it.
How fast that thing go?
Top 30, 35.
That's pretty fast.
Not fast enough to stay up on the streets, but that's it.
Top 30, 35. I would imagine probably at a perfectly flat slope, maybe a slight downhill, guaranteed not uphill or anything. Definitely not on grass.
It can do a burnout. Mopeds can't do burnouts. Then that's what that thing basically is. No, you guys are just offended a lot of families and kids tonight.
Moped,
and I don't want to see the sheriff's department's been very fair to me up until this point.
Yeah.
In fact, you guys have had my back every time I've been down at South Shore Park.
Yeah.
The supervisors call up. It's like, no, he's doing nothing wrong.
And
7 times last year, and I'm going to cite those cases.
I would agree with you, but there was damage to the.
There's no.
the turf.
Esmeralda did no damage. We didn't do any damage.
That's the name of your.
That's her name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Esmeralda,
I
like
should probably name myself a
Hunchback
little bit.
Notre
Oh, okay.
I usually name. Esmeralda did no damage. We didn't do any damage.
That's the name of
Do you say
your.
cheese
That's
for
her
me?
name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Esmeralda, like Hunchback Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
I usually name my vehicles either after family, literary, or historical references.
Minor, be it. Still damage.
Let me see. Show me where that's at. No, show me exactly where it's at. You're showing
That's
me
the bike path, right where you entered over here, where the guy still had you stop, and then you started cussing at him, which also is disorderly.
No, I did not just cut.
And then he said you peel out of there like.
Cussing at him is disorderly. Apparently. One second. I'm finally back, though. The dog was going fucking crazy.
Like a bat out of hell, like you were all angry, and then you weaved out of the way for the children. He said, "I'll give him back."
No.
To avoid the kids.
No.
Yeah.
No. I barely took that thing past an eighth of a throttle. I don't throttle that thing up.
Gas-powered, sir.
You're talking to a mechanic, fabricator / engineer. I am well more versed in these areas than you are.
Sure.
All right.
Here's the deal.
That thing has about 9 horsepower.
Okay.
Trying to pull
9 horsepower
pounds plus me.
500 pounds plus him at 9 horsepower. They're trying to say this thing did a fucking burnout. He was driving like a maniac, doing fucking swerving around past people. 9 horsepower.
It can't go that fast.
Well, you still cause damage.
How many horses?
And you don't have a permit, and you're operating off roadway with a motorized vehicle, and you drove right past the sign that says no unauthorized motor vehicles beyond this point. You drove right past it. It's right over there. When you come back here tomorrow, when you walk through the park without that, you will read that sign and say, "Holy crap!"
And yeah, all the mini bikes you guys have running through this park every day.
And we write tickets and we tow mini bikes every day, sir. But I have 154 parts and a limited staff. Do you think I want to be dealing with this? I have a kid with a gun up the street right now that I have deputies chasing, and I'm here dealing with this.
Yeah, well, I'm just making balloons for children and making them happy. So why are you dealing with me?
They have a fucking active shooter on the loose, and they're dealing with the clown with balloons, bro. They have an active shooter on the loose, and they're dealing with the clown giving away balloons to kids. It can't get any worse than this. The balloons are bombs, yeah. They'll eventually pop, you know.
Permit, pull the permit and don't
The
drive
rules,
the little
no,
truck
no.
through here.
The rules are the fact that I don't need a permit to do this. I am a busker, not a vendor.
But you can't drive that cart.
I'm going to talk to the
stand
county
at?
supervisors and whatnot
Guy
about that.
Smith is the director of
Give
the
me,
parks.
write them all down. Write all this information. I will find
Smith,
out.
You can't. That's the most common name in the world. It's online. Guy Smith. You can contact him directly.
Bro says it's the most common name in the world. Guy Smith. You can find it. Exactly. The most common name in the world. You said it yourself. It's going to be the hardest name to find, bro. It's Guy Smith.
And say, hey, I want to be able to drive through here with this cart on this night. They'll probably say, pull a permit, and then you'll be allowed just like everybody else. That's it. And it's probably not minimal.
He says, I want to drive it through here at this time, and then he'll say, pull a permit, and you'll be allowed to like everybody else. He means like everybody else, like the vendors. He doesn't mean all the people still parked out here on the grass. They don't have a permit.
Money for a permit for giving out free stuff because you're not selling anything, which you've already established. And
Oh, no, and you guys also have on camera.
Right.
And he's fully acknowledged that.
The rules.
I have.
And then
Why is your camera not on?
tickets? Because you're recording right here in this podcast.
It doesn't matter. I'd rather have all of
Mine
cameras
is
Thank
on.
you. I know yours is on.
Matt, you feel better now?
No, because it's not. I don't see any lights. That one has.
The camera sign right on the top. I can see it. It's on.
Okay. Again, I want to make sure everybody's got the cameras on and leave them on.
That's
please.
fine.
We have to have them on. Okay.
And again, you're wasting. You gotta get. If you got a gunman up the street, you're and leave them on.
That's
please.
fine.
We have to have them on.
He says, and leave them on, please. And he says, we have to have them on. Then why the fuck was it off, bruh? They have a kid with a gun on the loose dealing with the clown just selling, or not selling, just giving out free balloons, yeah.
Okay.
And again, you're wasting. You gotta get. If you got a gunman up the street, you're wasting time here.
I'm just explaining to you. There's other things that matter.
Oh no, I understand that, which is why I don't understand why you're bothering me.
Because I had a call. That's it.
You gotta.
See, like, this makes it even worse. Because obviously the actual community, not the Karens, are upset that they're arresting the clown. But not only that, they're putting the actual community in danger by having a actual fucking gunman on the loose. They have an active shooter on the loose. And they're here dealing with a clown giving out balloons for free, bro. For a minor citation at best.
They were lying.
Yeah, they were lying.
Okay, but other people said that you were giving them creepy vibes because of your face paint.
Maybe they were lying. Everyone that was in line said he did otherwise, or he didn't do it, so they were probably lying. And then, but other people said you were giving creepy vibes because of your face paint. I don't know if this cop knows, but creepy vibes are not a legal grounds for detaining, arresting, questioning anything from someone. Like, you could intentionally be the creepiest motherfucker on the planet, and they can't do anything. They can come up and ask you, like, hey, what are you doing? But you could just walk away. Like, they can't do anything. Creepy vibes is not an actual thing. That is not a legally recognized thing to detain someone for.
Maybe that's artistic to
Wow, well, the kids seem to enjoy it. And wow, Karens are being Karens. What a surprise.
That happens.
Yeah, I know. But it's
What if
called
I was
freedom of
RPing
speech.
his art?
And
I mean, what he just said, that's freedom of speech. You can't... Creepy vibes is not, like... Creepy vibes is, like, on the same level of essential oils, bro.
And creepy vibes is no reason to bother anybody.
I'm not bothering you that.
But you have
damage to property, right?
But they can't prove.
No.
And operating off the roadway without a legal motor vehicle.
And again, these vehicles are
permitted.
You're
Gives
strapped.
them permit.
And again, this is I'm disagreeing with you on that.
Again,
I'll get into the
fighting in
details. And wow, you got still a bunch of really upset people now.
But all we deal with every day. Do you think this upsets us or concerns us?
No,
at
but
all?
it's going to be an interesting story
So
down the
be it.
road.
Yep.
And it's going to be another black eye in the sheriff's department.
For doing
So
our
what
job, enforcing the rules and the regulations. If that's
Enforcing
how
the
you
rules.
see it,
Enforcing the rules and the regulations. When there is someone with a fucking gun, an active shooter on the loose, and this is more important to you. Sounds more like your ego, or more so, who's probably your friend's ego, was a tiny bit hurt that the clown was there. So now you are literally putting other people's lives at risk to arrest a clown giving out fucking balloons.
To what degree? To what degree?
Also, again, he says, well, you need a permit. They have permits. The permit is all about the permit. The vendors have permits to drive their big-ass vehicles in there. Again, none of these other people who are just here to enjoy the event, which is technically what he's doing because he's not selling anything. He is technically just there enjoying the event as a busker, same as everyone else, legally. They don't have permits, so why does he need a permit? As he said, they are really stretching it. They are really stretching the law there to apply to him and him only.
Is it
I've already
necessary to do
explained
any
that
of
to you
this?
like several times.
No, and again, this is freedom of speech, and I've explained that to you several times.
Sure, but you
So
can't
we're at
drive
an
through the
impasse.
park with that machine.
And again, we're stretching the rules. You make rules for one set, rules for another set, I guess.
All you have to do is pull a permit.
Again.
And again, he explains again, what rules for one set, rules for another set. Rules for thee, but not for... like, again, his biggest argument here would probably be the fact of, like, he's just a normal civilian there, just like everyone else on the grass. But I mean, you know, they would ignore that shit too because they don't give a shit, right? Even if he brought that up, like, but they're vendors, they need a permit because they're selling stuff, they need to bring their vehicles here. Well, everyone parking here is not a vendor, none of them have permits, so why do I need a permit? Because I'm just parking here as well, just like all of them. But I know for a fact the cops would not give a shit because obviously they don't give a shit. They don't care what the law is. They just want to fucking citation the clown and get out of there, or get him out of there.
And I'll find out more about that. But again, if that's what I gotta do, then. But again, you guys take it too far, and this has gone way too far. You know, this is freedom of. You're actually interfering with freedom of speech, and if I did not, that thing cannot do a burnout. I don't care what your witnesses said. It is physically.
It doesn't take much.
How much? Do you understand weight to horsepower ratio?
I'm on a motorcycle. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, do you know how much better your weight to horsepower ratio is than mine? Than this car?
That's totally believable and reasonable.
Yeah,
and
well,
the witness said that this is what he saw.
And he's lying.
Then you're gonna go to court and testify against him.
Oh, I'm going to. It cannot do burnouts. It doesn't. It literally doesn't. I want to walk over to where this divot
Then
is.
maybe we should tow it and keep it as evidence so that we can put it in front of the jury to see if it does burnouts.
Right.
That'll be 2 years from now.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not
You're threatening
you,
to
I'm
impound
just
my vehicle for.
And now see, cop immediately backs up. I'm not threat. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Cop immediately backs up. I'm not threatening you. I don't know what you mean. That was not a threat. This is literally the definition of a threat, bro. He is he is literally threatening financial harm to this guy because he is contesting him. Because they impound it for 2 years. He's gonna have to pay for that shit, right? Especially to get it back after 2 years. That'd be tens of thousands of dollars. So this is literally the definition of a threat.
We should tow it and keep it as evidence so that we can put it in front of
He says, then maybe we should tow it and keep it as evidence to put it in front of a jury, which can take 2 years.
Right. That'll be 2 years from now.
So you're threatening me. You're threatening to impound my...
Yeah, and you can literally see his face instantly when he says that shit. He immediately realizes what he's doing.
Put it in front of the jury to see if it does burnout.
Right.
That'll be 2 years from now.
Second, I need to move myself a tiny bit more that way. Like right there. Perfect.
So you're threatening me. You're threatening to impound my vehicle for 2 years. That's exactly what you just
I'm
did.
just brainstorming.
That's why I wanted your camera on. Thank you very much.
No, we're talking about towing your vehicle because you're operating off the roadway.
I said go ahead and I issue me my citation so I can leave.
We're working on that. We can't just snap our fingers. He's typing those up right now. We'll get those in a court date. You're not required to go to the court date.
Oh, I'll be there with bells on. Probably dressed like this. With being a front drive, rear steer trike.
Okay.
You think about how that handles. You can't do burnouts. You can't go fast with it. You can't corner fast with it. It does not drift. It does not slide. It flips the frick over. And I can show you my scars from that.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it was a learning curve just to figure out how to ride it. You know, and then add more weight to the back axle.
Is it a three-wheel?
It's a three-wheel.
Yeah, it's a trike.
Yeah. So obviously don't go anywhere until these tickets are...
Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm sorry.
Besides, I want this fight now. I've been waiting for this. Not that I'm looking forward to going to court and having to fight for my rights again.
Yeah.
But as far as freedom of speech is concerned, I will always fight for that, as I have served my country honorably.
Oh, what branch?
Army.
I was Marines.
Hoorah!
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Hoorah.
Hoorah!
How long did you serve?
About 4 years. Army Railroad. Okay, sir.
So it deepens and gets even worse. They're harassing a fucking vet dressed as a clown, giving out balloons, while there's an active shooter on the loose, blatantly ignoring the literal Supreme Court statutes that he could bring up, that he has told them exist, that he has explained exists, that they are saying that he might be right about. So they are acknowledging that they probably exist, but they are blatantly ignoring them. That is how bad this has gotten.
Sorry, it's under terrible circumstances.
Hey, he's free? Not really. He's still getting the citation.
Supervisor of the Parks Unit. Next week, Wednesday, when the concert's going on, just make this easier for everybody.
I will do what I can on that. I will call the county supervisors as well as the park. Yeah, no, I've already talked to Sky and as well as.
This would avoid such a headache if you just had a permit.
And again, what they're doing is they're just trying to f with me because I don't want to adhere to the rules. They're trying to claim that I'm a vendor and I'm not. And again, technically, by the federal law, I don't need a permit to give away balloons.
Right.
The officers detain Mr. Newhouser for several minutes while they issue him citations for driving in the park.
And as he proves them wrong again, look at this guy's face, bro.
While they issue him citations for driving in the park and criminal damage to property. After the citations were issued.
Yeah, I could go back over here now. Yeah, this guy fucking...
Federal law,
now that he proves them wrong again. Bro is...
The officers detain Mr. Newhouser for several minutes while they issue him citations for driving in the park and criminal damage to property. After the citations were issued, Deputy Sexton accompanied Mr. Newhouser to inspect the damage he allegedly caused.
They are now going to look at the damage that was caused. Finally, it is nighttime now. It is fucking dark outside. They are finally showing him the damage he is getting a citation for. After they've written the citation, by the way.
Now I want them to show me where I did damage, and I want to see it.
Unfortunately, it's already been.
So we're refusing to show. Oh, so it's something that happened, but now it's all covered up. So it was no damage?
There was a photo.
Where's the damage? Yeah. Show me.
It's covered up. It's already been patched.
Yeah.
Because when you're telling me you can't show me the evidence, then what? There's no evidence.
So they give him a citation, but they don't even have the evidence. They say, "Oh, there was a picture." Bitch, I could have taken that picture 4 states away 3 years ago. What do you mean there's evidence? You can't... They're saying it happened at that park. Within walking distance. Yet it doesn't exist now? It was covered up? Okay, well, show me where it was covered up at. I want to see where you covered it up at, because it would still be visible.
And take a photo of anywhere on these grounds.
Right.
There's divots. Oh, how about the guy that plays golf?
Oh, that guy's not supposed to be doing that because this is not a certified putting area or driving area. That is illegal.
And what damn? Where's this 22-inch long divot? I mean, here, come here. Take a look over here. This is always my thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's
He says, yeah, that's fine. So it's okay when another car does it, just not him. Even though they can't prove his exists.
Right. Let's walk over here. They said they covered it up. So.
Oh, that's convenient.
Mr. Newhouser was charged with 2 county ordinance violations for driving.
So there is, not only have they ignored the Supreme Court rulings that he has stated exist that they could easily find, or he could show them, but now they issue him a citation on evidence they cannot prove exists. They have no physical proof ever existed, that they cannot prove without a shadow of a doubt that he intentionally caused for criminal, criminal damage of property. They claim they covered it up already, which, it's what? This is fucking, was it Wisconsin, I believe? It was Milwaukee. Milwaukee minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. It's federal minimum. So they apparently covered it up already. So you say $7 plus the dirt, maybe like $2 plus the dirt seed, or not the dirt seed, the grass seed, $2. So for like maybe give or take, if you're being generous, $20 worth of damage. They issue him a citation on criminal damage, criminal damage of property that they cannot even prove ever existed, that they also cannot prove he intentionally caused to constitute criminal damage, that they also had an active shooter on the loose, a literal gunman on the loose, but they dealt with the clown giving out balloons for free who accidentally caused $20 worth of damage. Or, sorry, they allege caused $20 worth of damage.
Driving in the park, and criminal damage to property. As of the date of writing this episode, the charges are still pending, with a court date scheduled for October 8th, 2025. Overall, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputies get a C-, because although the deputies likely had a legitimate reason to detain and cite Mr. Newhouser, they demonstrated fundamental misunderstandings of both the First
got
Amendment.
A C-. Can they get a hand grenade maybe as well?
At the event was likely illegal. He was well within his rights to perform at the event. He verbally challenged the deputies without becoming vulgar or belligerent, and he demonstrated a relatively thorough understanding of his constitutional protections. Mr. Newhouser's decision to drive his handmade vehicle onto the grass was clearly short-sighted. However, the allegations of a burnout and criminal damage to property are equally questionable. Nonetheless, this gave the deputies at least one valid basis to cite him, even if the enforcement of that ordinance in this particular setting was petty and pretextual. Mr. Newhouser also could have benefited from exercising more restraint in his speech and invoking his right to remain silent, regardless of whether or not his speech was protected. But beyond these minor critiques, Mr. Newhouser conducted himself admirably. When confronted by the deputies, he did not fold under pressure or respond with aggression. Instead, he engaged in dialogue, articulated his rights as a performer in a public forum, and cited his understanding of First Amendment protections with surprising accuracy. He exercised a commendable degree of restraint in a situation where many citizens in his position might have either escalated the confrontation with anger or passively accepted the deputy's assertions. Despite being placed in handcuffs and confined to a squad car for what amounted to minor ordinance violations, he maintained his demeanor, and he did not resort to insults, threats, or resistance. I commend Mr. Newhouser for exercising his rights peacefully and respectfully, but I would caution others in a similar situation to exercise more civic and constitutional diligence before engaging in acts of expression. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal exercise more civic and constitutional diligence.
More civil constitutional diligence, even though he said that he commends him for his or surprisingly extensive knowledge.
He was well within his rights. Mr. Newhouser's one valid basis, particular in his speech, and invoking his right to remain silent, regardless of whether Newhouser conducted himself admirably. When confronted by the deputies, he did not fold under pressure or respond with aggression. Instead, he engaged in dialogue, articulated his rights as a performer in a public forum, and cited his understanding of First Amendment protections with surprising accuracy.
Surprising accuracy. The fact he was dressed as a clown would eventually lead to a charge of impersonating a police officer. Telling him he's tearing up the grass with a 500-pound makeshift trike while they're directly beside their own 7,000-pound vehicle that is currently sitting on the same grass. Clown on clown violence. Arrested for driving the grass where the body cam shows an entire line of full-size automobiles parked on the same grass. Literally a minivan driving on the grass in front of them.
Talk to who you gotta can. Yeah, no, I've already talked to Sky and as well as
And then I love how this person says, this person is literally the fucking cop glazer, says authorized vehicles only. And then, do you really think the cops checked any cars for permits? I guarantee you, again, none of these people paid like $20 for a permit to go to a free event, bro. I guarantee it. The vendors had to, and it probably came with their vending permits. But none of these people paid for a permit. Like, anytime you go to an event and you park on the grass, do you pay for a permit? No. Nobody does that. That is not a thing that exists. That has never happened. I guarantee it. In all of history, nobody has ever been like, I'm going to go to this public event and I'm going to park on the grass, so I'm going to buy a permit to do it. That has never fucking happened. Not a single person in history has ever done that. Guarantee it. I would bet money on it. I would like to hire this clown as my lawyer. You're not required to go to court. Oh, I'll be there with bells on. I think he actually means that literally. Just trying not to piss off the judge. Maybe he would like a balloon animal. Event organizers, the parents are scared. They don't want him around their kids. Parents leave the large line of balloon animals to form an angry mob to defend the clown. Imagine being on the jury for a clown charged with driving across a public park in his balloon mobile. The clown was literally the smartest person in the park that day. Crazy times we're living in. Witness stating he did a burnout is not enough evidence to cite someone or detain him over it. How absurd. Yeah, actually. It's enough to convict you of any crime. That is a lie. That is not how that works. Yeah, here you go. Here, this guy literally says it. Hearsay isn't freely admissible as evidence in any state unless it falls under well-defined exceptions or remains unchallenged. However, let's be real. If you have hearsay against you, you are definitely challenging it, because then it immediately doesn't work. It doesn't exist anymore. Literally, all your lawyer has to do is say objection, hearsay, and GG's. It's gone. I'm sure you remember the Johnny Depp case. Even if hearsay is admitted as evidence in some way, it wouldn't meet the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt by itself, will not lead to a conviction without additional factors. 2 male Karens that were on the board need to be in trouble. Anyone that's on the board of public committees or events is always a pretentious asshat. Not trying to nitpick, but he called the cops on a clown for handing out free balloons. I'm 61 years old, still remember a clown who gave me a balloon as a kid. You stole something from these kids and replaced it with something dirty. Actually, probably a good thing, because now they'll hate cops for the rest of their life and see U.S. law enforcement for what it really is. Again, they have no proof of any damage ever occurring. They have no proof that he intended to do any damage ever. He does not need a permit on account of nobody else who is there publicly to enjoy the event has a permit. The vendors do because they need one and it comes with their vending permit. Nobody else has one, therefore he doesn't need one either. Yet they still go after him for it, claiming he needs one. When they're not going after anyone else, they're not checking any car, they're not citationing anyone else. There is also an active shooter on the loose, a gunman that they are currently chasing. Yet they still go after the clown giving out free balloons. That is the current state of U.S. law enforcement. Only U.S. police can make the Joker seem like a good guy in comparison. Also, you had dozens of witnesses saying he didn't do burnouts. All he's doing is making balloons for the kids. Operating off the roadway, saying this whilst the camera is looking at like 20 plus parked civilian cars on the grass. The fact that he was immobile too, like cops don't have him go off hearsay about him riding, ripping up the grass. And even better is they claim that he was operating off the roadway while looking at all of these other civilian vehicles doing the exact same thing, except the difference is he could have easily pushed his. It is on wheels, it is 500 pounds. 500 pounds is a lot, but when you put it on wheels, magically not so much anymore. Why do you think, for instance, packages, if you buy a really heavy thing and they're delivering it, they put it on wheels? Because magically it doesn't weigh that much anymore. He easily could have pushed it onto the grass, but of course, they're just going to ignore that too. Sure, you're going to need one of those gold badges to prove your clowning permit is up to date. They all have permits, then I don't know what the permits are for. That sounds like you don't actually know if they have permits. How many automobiles were parked in the grass? Look like a whole lot to me. I'm sure their permit to sell did not include you can drive and park your personal automobile on the grass. Yeah, that too. Even if they had a permit for driving the vending vehicle on the grass, I guarantee they didn't have one for personal vehicles because every single vehicle would require a different permit. Things are pig-like when things are pig-like. The man is individualist, all power to him. When you hear, here's the deal, you know they're going to screw up and violate your rights. I'm not trying to nitpick, proceeds to continue nitpicking. Not under arrest, but they still searched his pockets. And then someone says, well, he did consent to show none of it. He consented to a pat-down, not a search. That too. Wrote a charge on hearsay with no visual proof. And then covered it up. Yeah, apparently. Technically, it was a witness statement, which isn't hearsay, but is also generally bad evidence. Well, on account of they can't pinpoint who the witness was, it is hearsay. Because he asked if it was that person who was there, and he says, no, it wasn't them, and then now you're lying to me, and then, no, I'm not. So you don't know who it was after all. He's creepy. The parents arguing with the police say otherwise. Charged for operating off the roadway. I see 20 plus cars parked on the grass. This is why people hate cops. They are so stupid. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no IQ test required for becoming law enforcement. If anything, they probably actually just check how stupid you are. Because, you know, to be a cop, one of the biggest things you have to do is, you know, run towards the gunman, but I guess they couldn't even do that properly. So, you know. No way those tyrants deserve a C. They lied and continued to harass the peaceful clown who's making the kids happy. Also forgot to mention the Fourth Amendment violation for picking his pockets on a detain as opposed to an arrest. Yeah, cop asked if he could pat him down isn't the same as a search. Nine horsepower, that's less power than a mobility scooter, and they insist he did a burnout. Sergeant Dumbass doesn't realize how bad he's making himself look. There's literally a real dangerous criminal 1 block away, but I'm wasting my time violating your constitutional rights instead of doing anything about the actual violent criminals with guns. Whenever the police falsely arrest someone, your rating should be an F. It tore up the grass as the officer pats him down next to the vehicle parked on the grass. The people who accuse others of giving off creepy vibes are almost always the real creeps. Psychologists call this projection. I just realized that person said being detained warrants them to search and seizure. No, it does not. Being detained warrants them to keep him there to ask him questions. Arresting him is what would constitute that. FBI is going after Internet Archives now? Well, because obviously, you know, the U.S. government can't delete stuff and pretend it never existed then. So they have to get rid of the guys who prove it did. C- for arresting a guy not committing a crime. This video gets an F. This channel is often way too lenient with officer behavior. The owner of the channel is a cop. What do you expect? Well, the cop didn't kill the clown. That's an F. I don't think that's how that works. Notice the most aggressive combative officer, the supervisor didn't have his cam on so he could conspire without evidence. Officer, these people are smiling too much over here. Next time they're gonna arrest him for praying in the wrong place without a permit. Arresting clown didn't the cops feel guilty about messing with one of their own? Don't compare the clown. My God. Would stupid cops show up? Oh God, I mean, that's pretty normal, yeah.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This guy gave up on dating apps and is doing this instead.
You think that actually works? What the hell? I'm gonna be real. I think the issue here was bad chest compression. Why are you so close to the collarbone? What are you? Instant fail. You just killed this guy. You just broke his collarbone and fucking crushed his trachea. What the fuck? You're supposed to be center chest and not at the fucking collarbone. What the hell are you compressing? God damn. Yeah, actually, that is a bad position, bro. You're like at his neck. His neck, yeah. Instant fail for the day. If I was the instructor here, instant fail. You got to retake this part of the course. Like that is a F in my book. Like if that was a real person, you just killed them. They are dead. That is it. GG's. Why are you so high up? You are just crushing his fucking neck, bro. Oh my god.
И сейчас улыбается.
Damn.
There's a very good reason why this dog is wearing a diaper.
Oh no. Dumbass.
These people found an iguana in their toilet.
Are you gonna grab it? Oh my god, you put your hand in the water?
Got him. I got
Wait, that's a child even. Why'd you let the child put this? Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. If you're gonna put your hands in the toilet, at least have an adult do it. That way, you know, they can wash their hands properly, not touch their face or anything. I have there's like a 90% chance in about 3 to 5 seconds his hand is gonna be at his face. I'm calling it.
Come here.
Caught my very first iguana. I mean, his hand, I was pretty close. Look how close his hand is to his face. Look at that shit. Yeah, and that guy's terrified, bro. Did he ever wash his hands? Oh my god. The iguana was in the toilet. If he was touching the iguana, even if he washed his hands, he's had to... It was blue shirt? Blue shirt. He didn't touch his hands. We're not near his face. We're good.
When the universe sent him a sign.
When the universe sent him a sign? And do not turn the laptop over first. The first thing you should do is turn it off immediately. The possible damage it might sustain from being right side up for a few more seconds is worth it. Because if it may get damaged, the keyboard or something may not work anymore, the screen may get damaged, but you will not lose any data from the drive getting damaged. That is the most important part. Don't flip it upside down first, always turn it off first. You have a better chance of saving data if you turn it off, as there is, you know, no more electrical signal actively going through it.
The squirrel likes to bury his nuts in this person's hands.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
I don't know how fast I'm going. I don't know the RPMs. I don't know
Can't make noise like that when he sleeps
So
too.
why does this cat sound like a pig?
That motherfucker is congested. God damn. Sounds like me.
Where
To
are
death.
Emma's actual parents? They're off playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're the replacers. So
What the hell are they talking about Black Ops 7?
It really doesn't get any closer than this.
So you terrorizing her?
Yeah, you did, right?
Thank you.
I woke up every hour last night.
Preload is tonight. I'm poor.
What's that sound? That's not a boat. It's a stampede!
That might be the most cringe thing I've ever heard.
Whoa.
Oh my god, I got some of my hearing back.
These people found a really thirsty squirrel.
Give him some, bro.
Do you want
Me for real, bro.
ha quedado flan.
The worst thing is aquariums, bro. Or not aquariums, fucking I mean, aquariums too, because they got some clean glass. But zoos, when they got like reptile exhibits and they got like fucking the glass, they keep that shit too clean, bro. Way too clean. You don't know where it is. It's like every time you move forward a tiny bit, it is a 50-50 gamble on if you're about to face plant into the glass or not. You don't know where that shit is. Because they got like those massive overhanging ledges of like 2-3 feet. So the glass could be anywhere within that 2 to 3 feet. You have no fucking clue. They need to do something about that shit, bro.
Joder, Enrique.
This baby's dad has an identical twin, and she was very confused.
Oh, you're gonna have a fucked up childhood, huh? You're gonna have trauma.
So why does every house in this neighborhood look exactly the same?
Quite literally level 94. Let me get James.
Quite literally level 94. That's crazy. It actually is. It's got the same grass. It's got the same sky right now. It's the same time of day and everything. What the hell? They're not kidding,
This
bro.
floating
That is
bridge
the
in
back
China
rooms.
looks absolutely insane.
Wait, that's wild. Yeah, actually. That must... No way that's real. It is. They're there. I'm guessing that's probably where they got the inspiration from for the backrooms level is shit like this.
So why does
probably this
every
exact
house in this
place even.
neighborhood look exactly the same?
It just looks like the backrooms. Has to be AI, no way. I mean, if it's AI, they did real voiceover. Definitely, that is not an AI voice. It is too directional. AI is really bad with spatial awareness to its volume.
So why does every house in this neighborhood look exactly the same?
Quite literally level 94. Let me get James out.
They might even post where it is. Like, you might be able to even see
This
it.
floating bridge in China.
I don't know. That might... I would be... I wouldn't say this is AI. There's, like, no way. Why wouldn't AI put this tiny little detail here of just some random-ass guy here for, like... That is just such a like... That is just one of those things that it feels like it'd be too complex for an AI to think of. Like, if you're just telling it to make an area that looks like level 94 from the back rooms, why would it think of putting a person there? Like, that is something you would have to specifically tell the prompt to do, I feel like. That's just a specific thing for an AI to do. Liminal Spaces road trip is complete. They even have like a fucking... I don't know. I think I would be inclined to say this is real. They might even say where the hell it... Love the video. Can't wait for more. Apparently they did a video on it. I think I would be inclined to say that this is probably a very real place. I mean, they even have like this area. Really bad pictures there, but... I love how they post pictures of food and everything. Oh, it is real? Yeah. It is an actual place. Let's move there then. Hope y'all are gonna have fun in Wisconsin. Or going... Okay, I guess it's not Wisconsin. Start a streamer house in the back rooms. I would dress up like the creatures and go outside at night just to fuck with everyone, scare the shit out of them, you know? Liminal Space Road Trip Day 6, the stop sign. Day 5, the Shining Hotel. Liminal Taco Bell. What the fuck? Blue McDonald's. Day 3, went to Backrooms level 94. Just take a quick peek. Maybe they say where they're at.
On the last episode of the Liminal Space Road Trip, me and Brugli went to the actual Backrooms location in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We had a lot of fun exploring the building.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Reside Iowa, which is where the Backrooms. The next destination is Ankeny, Iowa, which is where the Backrooms Level 94 houses reside. If you're not familiar, this is one of the most popular levels in the Backrooms lore. Jared, better known as Brugli, has plenty of videos talking about it if you're interested, even outside of it being a real-life neighborhood. Seen in the picture are taken from a real-life neighborhood. The photo was made by an artist called Gabrielle Traversat, and her whole thing is making surrealist collages that blend reality with fiction. She's made quite a few other popular liminal space type imagery. I'm a pretty big fan.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. This is actually dope.
People live here? You thought your neighborhood was bad.
This is worse than my neighborhood.
You thought your neighborhood was bad.
Would you agree this is worse?
I would imagine a lot of people probably moved here just because of Backrooms.
Where's the castle in the sky?
Where's that? I'm gonna Photoshop that in.
And what's up with the like the alternating colors?
That's the same thing in my house though. Except different.
Is it with the alternating colors? That way it doesn't just look like a wall of white everywhere. Otherwise that'd look really bad. What is weird though is why is it you see how you have white and brown and then you have brown, white, brown. So why do you have white, brown, brown? And then this one, you also have brown, white, brown, but this one you also have white, brown, brown. Somebody fucked up and somebody needs fired. I want to know the name of the person who did this. I need to go sue the shit out of them for emotional stress. Actually, those might be windows. That might be why it appears to be brown. It might be the inside of the house. It might be stained glass.
I want to say that same truck passed by us last night, so they're probably thinking we're deep state agents or something. But yeah, it's a pretty small.
The same truck passed by us. They probably think we're deep state agents, because they definitely know about the back rooms, right? Most of these people are probably, let's be real, they're in the middle of fucking nowhere and repeat houses. These houses are probably cheap as shit. These people are probably mostly retirement age. You think they know about the back rooms, bro? I highly doubt it.
This floating bridge in China looks absolutely insane.
Crikey, what? That's racks and cats. Cats and racks. Oh, they got him. Damn, bro, now they're going after the kittens too. First the clowns giving out balloon animals, and now the actual animals. Rack City, that's crazy.
Oh my god, he's in jail! What did you do? Run! Run! Where's Spider-Man? Oh, no! No way!
This Olympic kite surfer.
It's actually kind of crazy that they're just doing this in the middle of the street and not on set. Like, obviously they have the entire area closed off, right? Like, all of these are obviously actors. Like, these aren't actors over here, I wouldn't imagine. Like, all these people are actors, but, like, still... One, you know, you kind of gave away an entire scene. Two, what if somebody just says, fuck your barricade? What if that was a real person that just happened to drive by at that point, huh?
Spider-Man! Run! Run! Where's Spider-Man? Oh, no! No way!
This Olympic kite surfer was on
Also, one, I love how they used the actual, like, a real-life NYPD SUV that they probably just, you know, bought from NYPD because they have so much fucking money. And this big-ass camera rig. It seems like every time they get new camera rigs, they get bigger every time.
This Olympic kite surfer was out practicing when he saw someone that was drowning. I found this really old video of this guy throwing boiling hot water off his balcony when it is minus 41 outside.
Minus 41? How tall is your balcony? It's probably become ice by then, or not ice, snow more so, yeah, kind of like that.
This guy made a drone that is solar powered. What's cool about this is that it can fly non-stop for hours as long as the sun is out.
Okay, stay cool. Hey, flying! Oh, it's a bit shaky, but it's flying.
The most balanced drone on the planet.
This is what it looks like when a tiger needs to get a CAT scan.
A tiger needs a CAT scan? Oh my god. Of course he does. You wouldn't get a dog scan.
What we could do.
These people got in a crash, and police weren't available to direct traffic, so a random guy in a Spider-Man suit showed up.
Is it a police officer, a firefighter maybe? No, it's Spider-Man. He just told me to stop. He's not happy.
I don't think he gave a shit about your no.
What's going on in here?
Ew.
Oh my god.
POV Ghostface.
He left a ball up in a forest to see if any wild animals would play with it.
Wonder if Finn can 3D print me a tiger? Yeah, an entire fucking tiger.
This is how vets listen to the heartbeat of a snake using an ultrasound machine.
That motherfucker sounds like somebody
I was
walking
recently in New
down
Jersey,
a dark
and this fire
hallway
department let me
trying
go
to
for a
kill you.
ride in their fire truck. I learned that about 70% of all firefighters in the USA are volunteers and have other full-time jobs. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again.
70%. I'm gonna be real. If you are a volunteer, part of that 70%, you are probably there quite a bit on account of 70% of volunteers is a lot. They're probably gonna always need you. Why don't you just officially get hired on? You'll probably make more than your actual job. And you're putting your life on the line anyway, so you might as well get paid for it, no? 3D print me a Reich, that's crazy. Also, YouTube, nobody died. They had to submit these videos themselves. They're okay. I know you're gonna freak out anyways. But it's just about to get age restricted in 2 seconds. That one wasn't serious enough. Yep, age restricted, see? GG's. Yep, 100%. If the last one didn't do it, that one did. And that one most definitely did. Need a 3D scan of Reich. It's a literal t-shirt cannon. Uh-oh. Somebody is not paying attention.
Move! Oh
You know the best part about this? This guy who owns this one, he now owns one of these. Because this guy who has all this money with negligence just destroyed his, so this guy sued this guy, and now this guy owns one of these, while this guy got a massive lawsuit and had to sell his. Win-win for everyone, you know? Not really, this guy definitely lost, but...
Oh my god, they're tipping over. They're tipping over. Oh, it's gonna hit here. It's gonna hit here.
Yay!
Yes, turn it off. It's probably stuck. Although you could just, you know, put it in the car and it'd probably, you know, stop majority of it.
Wait, get off! Get off, Heather! You better move. Heather, get off! Heather, Heather, get off! Move the thing. What? I did!
Uh-oh. Okay, but how the hell are you gonna be a mechanic and not know that that is a very, very under pressure spring?
Damn. That motherfucker right there. Mate, you can't park there. You cannot park there, brother.
Oh no, what'd you expect? If you want to just throw it over the ledge, then keep your trash can next to the ledge, not far away from it. Oh.
Oh, got that video.
No way, bro!
It's fine, you can just click E to flip it over. It is probably that line.
You better stop grabbing her.
Damn.
Educate. Oh, what is on me? Oh, that was just a palmetto bug, and I think it's still on me. Oh.
Like, I'm so pissed off. Like, y'all. My door's open.
I had a
Larry, grab my kayak. I wasn't wanting to go swimming today.
That's crazy. It was a cup inside a cup. And that's why I have band PTSD. I gotta look up every time I go to, like, put my hands up or anything. Missed it entirely. Wasn't even close.
Oh. Hell no.
Look at it. Ow.
I would say it's still edible, but you have a dog, so it's not anymore. There's fur on it. What would you do, Fortnite or BF? No idea. I can't really hear that well right now. Oh, he's gonna grab your neck. Damn. Oh, were you making like a soy sauce or something? Why is it so dark and thick? And why did you think that was gonna work?
Did you find the keys?
No, I ain't found them yet. I've been looking for them.
Bro.
Let's see.
Bro, look under your stomach.
Oh, hell no.
That is crazy. Answer my question, didn't hear. I said, I don't know. I can't really hear that well right now. Does your fucking microwave not work or something? Tell him no then. What was Teddy wanting to? Okay, yeah, we'd have a 3-stack anyways. Fortnite is like entirely sound related, and then Battlefield, I mean, doesn't even have good sound to begin with, so that one would be extra hard to play.
Puro Tonayán. La verga. Eres un idiota.
That bird is mad, damn.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Did he break my glasses? Oh my god.
Sitting in your butt, twin.
That is crazy. Bro barely tapped it. Why'd you close the door? You have a tile floor. Damn.
Alright, it's not a good day for coffee. Went to go put my creamer in.
Straight up smack the
It
dog.
didn't hardly change color at all.
That doesn't go viral on Twitter,
And I
though.
was worried the creamer had gone bad.
90% liquid egg white.
Yeah. What is happening here, Dylan?
Just cooking.
Wow. Does your boyfriend also do this? Like...
Damn, the ice got a 2-piece. Double kill. If they had kids, it actually would have gotten a fucking ace.
Are you okay?
And I looked at it, and you know what it says on here?
This soap?
And I looked at it very closely.
You put it on upside down, didn't you? Did it break? You broke it, didn't you? Oh my god. Is that?
I thought I ordered it.
It's, oh yeah, that is broken. You can't bend those. You can't bend those.
I thought I ordered a belt. I don't know what this is.
That's not a belt?
It's a picture of a belt.
So you ordered a picture of a belt?
I don't know what happened.
Let me guess, they sold that to you for like $40, and then they're like, oh, it's not false advertising, though. That is literally the picture.
Link did you order that on?
This belt, Amazon.
So you ordered a picture of a belt?
I thought I ordered a belt.
We used to send a microwave over a stove to act as a vent hood, mounted there pretty much even with the cabinets. But dude, when you mount them from the ceiling, oh my god, bruh, what the hell?
Z, gentle. Gentle, buddy.
Sai pular, pular longe. Não, mãe. Meu Deus. Pronto.
Great.
You okay, babe?
Oh, great. She's laughing at me.
I think she got it on video.
He said, I'm great, and then the log decided he was no longer great. What even happened here?
She's laughing at me.
I was playing Fortnite, yeah, actually. Oh, he threw the package and it went on the roof? I just realized he's delivering a package. Oh, no. Technically, the owners of said package should be happy it went on the roof because it didn't hit the ground. Therefore, it caused less damage because it fell a shorter distance. They should be thanking him. He did his job phenomenally. He's also going out of his way to make sure it's off of the roof afterwards. Even better. Does this guy just stand out here smiling with a pizza? Is he? Do they just pay him to do that? Well, how they got all the sodas on the thing. They really just pay this guy to stand out here with a pizza all day?
I asked my nephew if he could share the donut with me. He said he gave me a sprinkle.
you okay?
I looked and my toes that.
Are you okay, baby?
Damn. Damn. I wonder what happened there. Just drinking the fucking water. I mean, it was brilliant to start, but there is one problem, is they recognize that you're the one who did it. You would have had to have thrown that bat from like 20 feet away for them to have no idea. Because they see the bat as an extension to you, therefore they think the bat is your hand, and they're like, oh, this motherfucker just smacked us. Right? Like... Why'd you have a bucket of mac and cheese?
Well, now we have a really nice bowl of mac and cheese.
What's next? A hammock of cake? Why the fuck you have a bucket of mac and cheese?
Just pop it, I guess.
Oh, pop it?
Fucking desk of Cheez-Its?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe this,
Maybe
does
pop
this come
that?
off?
Family Guy thing. A pallet. It's a oh my god. It's a pallet of... I want to say it's grape jam or something. A desk of Cheez-Its. A hammock of cake. Yeah, fucking a bucket of mac and cheese.
My God, Joe is running us ragged.
Yeah, I haven't been this exhausted since I had that job as Jack A. Harry's personal grocery shopper. A pallet? Am I reading this right? You need a pallet of chocolate-covered pretzels.
Oh, chocolate-covered pretzels.
Where the hell am I supposed to... what is this? A drum of grape jam? Is that... what is it? Is that like a drum like they ship oil in? Is that... Look at this one. A desk of Cheez-Its. A desk? Where are you getting these units of measurement from?
Mary?
That is still funny. Okay, you stay right here, big funny gal. I'll be right back with a hammock of cake.
Oh, I didn't click it fast enough.
I don't know what they mean by
No,
pop.
I think that's just...
Is it this? Oh, no, look!
Oh, do I put my
Stick your
straw in there? Really?
Is that your straw?
No, it's the straw it came with. Oh, that thing? Or is that because you want to save it for later? Oh, are we done?
Read the instructions. Pull the tab. Oh.
Oh.
Flip over and pop. Apply pressure to flatten the bottom. Oh. Really?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
Is that what it said to do?
It said flip over and pop. Apply pressure to flatten the bottom.
Here.
Remove
we
the
don't break my
label.
tile. Okay, you move it. Okay, now flip it over. And
We need Dad.
maybe go poop. Here, hit it. Maybe hit it.
No, your my ramen. Go.
Okay. Maybe don't buy this.
Maybe don't buy this. Was it something that went viral? Because if it's a trending thing off like TikTok, yeah, don't buy it. We watch Family Guy. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Should I guess who brute forced a code in Fortnite? You? If I had the guess. How do you know? OP for my Tism, yeah? I think I am probably going to end kind of eepy. But I need to edit again eventually, get more done. People, have a load night the evening. Everyone, you too, Izzy. Okay, yes, I will be back tomorrow. Good night.